Yeah, if you guys know, like basically, I think K Dot was the one that came up with the idea to like
Shout out to
just
the
like
God.
yeah, basically to like talk about like what's going on. We've been luckily like networking with people lately and trying to like grow ourselves
Yes,
and
sir.
trying
Yes,
to
sir.
reach out to those that like obviously look like us because I feel like when it comes down to the communities on Twitch, a lot of us don't reach out to each other, especially the
Yes.
men on this
Yeah, yeah,
platform.
yeah.
um I'm not going to say that it's the easiest because you know how like Twitch works. A lot of people like I'll say this a lot, like not everybody has great intentions, like, and
Nah.
it's mostly because I feel like content creation in general is selfish by nature. um so a lot of people would much rather like see themselves grow when like and be more
Mhm.
competitive when like there's space for everybody in this lane. Like
Oh, yeah.
not everybody's doing the same thing, so like even just looking at like all of us, like we all do like completely different things, like in general. Like I'm just looking at like When Easy, Trip, like Choice, like everybody here does like completely different things. So yeah,
Yeah.
but like when it comes to like streaming, like I've just been. How do you guys feel about like the space when it comes to like trying to just like work with other people?
Okay, I guess I'll go
Sure.
first. So, Negus, you know this. My upcoming when it was in regards to streaming. So, for me personally, for those who may not know,
Oh boy.
of I'm not gonna go into too much detail. However, so me, first couple months on Twitch, I found nobody black. Nobody black. So like now my recommended full of black people, that's because I had to fix the algorithm. However, when you first get on Twitch, or if you log out of Twitch right now, log back in, you'll see nobody black. So for the first maybe 6 months of Twitch, me being on, actually streaming, trying to get this content creation grind going. Nobody black. The first black person I find happens to live in Chicago, like me. So I was like, connection, connection, immediate connection. We vibed, everything. So like, kind of like fell under his wing because he was established content creator, established streamer. We met up during one of the Chicago Comic Cons. Everything was cool. Everything was groovy. And then, if y'all remember last year, right? The whole, the sexual misconduct situation that happened on Twitch. There was a big group of people that happened to be on a list that were called out for misconduct, harassment, whatever it may be. Um, so the big homie happened to be on that list. So I was like, fuck, I'm distancing myself from everybody. Everybody, because
Yep.
I'm not gonna get dragged down by anybody else on some bullshit. So when it comes to like growing and networking, for the last, I want to say beginning of this year, for about the first 6 months of this year, I don't think I really reached out to network with people because like, I still had that chip on my shoulder from being under somebody who was like harassing people. So when it comes to like us reaching out, I get it. And I get that like as far as especially us being men, I feel like a lot of the times like we have to do everything ourselves and we don't realize that we have other people to help us. And we have other people who are genuine, who want to help us. So like from this year on, I want to say this is my a huge growth in Twitch only because of the fact that like I put away that the past stigma, that chip on my shoulder. And like last year I got like 970 followers on Twitch, like just from networking, reaching out to people, talking to people, like not even on some I'm trying to grow this collab type shit, just like talking to people, being
Talking to
cool.
people. Yep.
Bro, and that's what like we're not doing. I feel like as men on this platform, we're not talking to people. Like we're not networking, we're not communicating. But like, and shout out to the women because they're doing that shit and they're eating, bro. They're
Eating.
eating.
Yep.
Like they're doing a fantastic job on that side of Twitch. So shout out to them. But like honestly, I had a bad experience coming up, but now I see that not everybody is bad. Everybody has some good. Everyone that I now associate with is genuine. So that's the way I look at it now. So Reach out to people. Reach out to me. That's what I would say.
Anybody else?
Um, so with me, networking was always kind of difficult because I grew up and I had like a little friend group of gamers. We all had the people you would always meet
Yeah.
up with in the party chats. I had a pretty big falling out with that friend group. It used to be like literally like 10 of us in the party chat. Like it got to the point where PlayStation, you only were able to have 8 people. Like we'd have rotations like, yo, who's getting off soon? I'm trying to get in the party chat. And then it ended up just literally being me by myself. And I was like, and I kind of learned to be my own kind of gamer. So I started streaming because I wanted to meet people and talk to people, but also keep
Mhm.
the safe space because I was like, I don't want toxic people near me. I've been very much against toxic toxicity in gaming in general. So coming into Twitch, I didn't really try to network too hard because the big thing was like I wanted to keep control of my content. I didn't want anybody fucking it up, and I didn't want like the what Chow said. I didn't want people bringing down my shit because I
Mhm.
when the same thing that happened because we were all around when all that stuff was happening. Not even just that, but even some people who like blew up and then you find out they were like blackballing people. Like there was just a lot of shit that a lot of shady shit goes on in the space. So like
Yep.
I was always scared of letting people in because I didn't want them to fuck up the little bit of success that I had. So like
Yeah.
this year was like one of the first true collaborations where I have like consistent collaboration with Trip where we started doing the no cooldown. And that's
Mhm.
been a phenomenal experience being able to bounce stuff off of people and it's been awesome, honestly. I think the first time that I
Yeah.
realized that being content creators together was super strong was when me, Cray, and Ace did a Devour video. Because it was when I tell you it was like the most positive energy like from recording it with your friends recording a scary game and then literally the next morning we were all up at like 7 a.m. Some of us didn't even go to sleep that night. I think Cray was up all night editing. We all got in a Discord and we were all just like editing and we were like, yo, you know what, I'm gonna put this funny sound effect when Cray got taken. I'm like, oh, you know, it'd be funny if you did this, and he was like, oh, that would be funny. Or like we would show each other stuff that we could do on DaVinci, and it
Right.
was like that was like such a pure moment. And I think to myself like, damn, why don't we have this more consistently? But then like few weeks later after that, I go back to my hermit ways of like I'm just gonna play this game by myself. I don't really need anything, and it kind of sucks because you kind of you push all these people away that really could have helped you get to a point where you wouldn't like you would be able to help other people. I guess like you're really limiting yourself by
Mhm.
pushing some of these people away, but for sometimes it's for good reason, but it doesn't have to be against you in this space.
Word.
Fair. Yeah. Yo, Trip, anything?
Yeah. I can say that for me and just my general experience with the whole timeline of getting starting in the game, starting and getting everything together to now. It's just I came in the mindset of I know it's gonna be really probably somewhat lonely at first because you have to kind of get yourself established and get in the game. But I knew in my head, of course, I started my Twitch consistently in I think about May of 2020. But I've been a viewer. I've been, watching everybody's streams. I've, thought about streaming for a good like 5, 6, 7 years or something like that. And so I've seen a lot of stuff come and go, a lot of beefs, a lot of, whatever you want to call it, debacles, trouble. So I understood what came, with the game from an outsider's perspective and what people have, revealed. And so I was overly cautious. I didn't want to, try to make friends for the sake of, oh yeah, we should do a great video together. If it didn't make sense, if I don't rock with you as a, a person or another creator and energy or something like that, I don't think it would work going forward. So I always tried to be cautious and careful over how I interact with people, and then if it naturally just comes together, and I end up rocking with you, and I like the stuff that you do, it's gonna be an easy process to where we go through. I can give off the kind of the association. I think somewhere along the line, I believe through the situation that Charles might have mentioned, I think that's where I first saw Charles, and then I kind of ran into him again somewhere down the line. I was like, I follow him, like, oh yeah, Charles. I was about to say
Yeah.
that's where I first I believe I first seen him, and then from that I ended up seeing shout out to Cray, shout out to Crayster. I saw him, and then through him I saw Wen, and then somewhere down
Yeah.
the line I met some other people on the UK side. Shout out to King VII. We did like a first iteration of No Cooldown podcast, and then at that point down the line, we started to have guests on. And then we had Wen and Cray, and then we were like, "Yo, so schedules are changing, stuff is shifting. Why don't we just bring Wen on and do this stuff?" So, and that's how we're getting to where we are today with No Cooldown. So, I very much enjoy that process, and I'm thankful for that process of meeting people naturally and kind of letting that grow over time, because I feel like that's building a really solid foundation for stuff to come, and just that kind of that strong network. There's a lot of things that could be rushed. People want to jump. Some people might want to jump into it early. Oh yeah, go cool. Let's do a video like first day off the rip, and I'm like, it might not be there. So it's just like for me, I've always been careful of like, yo, is this first of all, do I even want to be around you? You know what I'm saying? Like, just in general.
That's the real part.
I gotta be honest. Like, do I
That's the
even want
real
to be
part.
around you as a person? Because streaming is streaming, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, when you turn that camera off and you just bounce ideas off each other, it's the person to the person. You know what I'm saying? So you have to rock with their energy. You have to rock with who they are. And to some degree, you have to, you can have your differences or whatever. You could be completely different people, but do you mesh well? Do you mesh well? Do you have that type of chemistry? That's one thing I always look for, and that's one thing I'm saying I'm thankful. I'm glad I haven't ran into many errors for with all the people that I've met through Twitch. So that's one big thing. And then through that, is there any lane that we can create where our content and styles match what we're working on, to match and whatnot? And that's also a harder thing. Well, I wouldn't say it's too difficult of a thing to do, but it's not always the easiest to see. Okay, where's the best lane where you can shine, I can shine, we're working on this video. It could be something random, like again, like a devout video, something like that. Maybe something a little bit more in depth. But what's the best benefit to us when it comes down to certain things? And this things like this come out the blue, but I did a spoiler cast for the Spider-Man No Way Home, and then Charles out the DM, he was like, yo, listen, if you do another episode, I need you to put me on there, dog. Put me on there, fam. And I was like, yeah, I bet, why not? And then I just came with a couple of loose topics and stuff like that, and we went on for like 2.5 hours just off the cuff. Nothing else was like rehearsed or anything. It just came off so
Spider-Man.
naturally between me, him, and Wen. So I love when things things come together like that, excuse me. And I want that to be a foundation of everything that I do in terms of Twitch and collaboration. So it's just being careful, finding that right energy with people, and finding that right lane where everybody can create that content together. Find that right sweet spot for everybody.
Right. Yo, so I know a lot of people are wondering, like, where this came up from, like what got all of us together. So as many people may know, like, I'm a very closed off person. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I'll tell you right now, like, I may seem like, when I'm talking, like, I'm a very like outgoing guy. I'm not. I hate everybody equally. I put on people's posts all the time when they're like, yo, we should collab. I'm like, yo, I hate you all. Don't ask me.
He's from New York. What do you expect?
Wait, you're
So
not
one
a
of the-
Canadian streamer?
chill on me. So like the joke was like, I started seeing, especially when it came to like, Black individuals, that the woman, like Charles said it earlier, and I've been saying this, like, yo, for Black women, they've been really on this platform eating. I'm not saying that there aren't Black men that aren't doing well. There are a lot of them, but they're off on their own, like, for a lot of the times. But like, especially when it came to me, I'll say this right now, until recently, I've had a lot easier time working with the Black woman on this platform. It's like, as I said, maybe like if you've been to my streams, like, you may know that, like, say for instance, if I've had like a Mario Kart stream, you would see like me playing Mario Kart with like Kiwi, me playing like, Chalice. I didn't start like, actually like making friends on this platform until recently. And I've been on this platform for almost 4 or 5 years. And I felt like I was by myself. Like, I have my Splatoon community, but that's a little bit different. So I was reaching out to people. I was like, yo, I think it's time to like actually reach out to people, no matter what your viewership is, no matter what you like, where you are, people that are just driven, because I've tried to like work with people in the past and they're just like, I'll try to do this and then I'll try to do that. And I just wanted to like, encourage more people and like bring them together with like minds. And that's really what like got this whole thing started. So I as I said, I've looked, there are some great people doing great things. And I wish that like a lot more of us would like start like, encouraging us and like, start like saying like, say for instance, like, yo, if you like somebody's content, let them know. If you want to like, I'm not one of those people, like when all of you guys were doing that Facebook ass trend, I'm not one of those people that's gonna put like a post, yo, collaborate. I don't want to collaborate with you. We don't even play the same game. You don't play Splatoon. All right. We ain't collabing a day in our lives. So
I'm gonna address that. I'm gonna address that in a bit.
6 people said I was a hottie. I love it.
Right. I'm cute.
I'm
So-
cute, baby.
but sometimes it's just for the engagement, the interaction. But at the same time, the way I'm looking at it is, I genuinely wanted to see one. Of course, this is engagement because metrics matter.
Yes,
On social media,
I
metrics
know.
matter. Uh, so, one is like, all right, who do I think is cute? No, I'm saying, but it's like legit. Who wants to work with me? Like who is finding the courage to step up and say, hey, yo, Charles, I love what you're doing. I want to work with you. So what this does in here, it gives me the opportunity to like go through the list, say, hey, let me check out this individual. Because like honestly, for me, if you go to any black stream, um, you'll see me in there. You'll see me in there.
No,
Like
you're right. You're right.
I am
You're
everywhere.
right.
I
I'm
am
not gonna
everywhere.
lie.
He got
There's not a
coverage.
black
He got
stream on
coverage.
Twitch where you won't see someone say, "Oh, yo, what's up, Charles?" Because like that's just what I do. Like I network, I reach out, I talk to people. But
Not
like,
wrong.
and that's what we need to start doing. So like with the Facebook as a game, it also helps me say, all right, who streams? Where do I need to go to navigate
Nah,
to
you're
see
right.
what type of content you're putting out? Do I rock with how you think? Do I rock with your content?
Yeah,
Will this work in the future? So things like that, of course, great for social media engagement, but also it just gives you the coverage to reach out and reach new people because one
very true.
retweet could you don't know who that tweet is going to reach. Like this could fucking I think last stream I said I wanted to work with Big Cheese KIT. So one retweet could have put somebody on his notice. Like
Yeah.
so it's
No,
like you
you're right.
never
You're
know.
right.
Like jumping on trends helps. Jumping on trends helps with social media growth,
You know
especially on
me.
Twitch.
You
I
know
know
me.
you.
I'm the Grinch. I'm
I love the Grinch, though.
I'm a hater. So I'm gonna hate the whole entire time. I don't care. All y'all keep that on Facebook. Go to Facebook if you want to do that. All y'all hate Facebook, but then come with Facebook ass trends. All right. Let me stop. Let me stop. But so genuinely, we wanted to talk about something that like I feel a lot of content creators have stressed this or felt the stress about this lately. Um, and as somebody that's been on the platform for a bit now, I'll tell you that I don't know, like when it comes to like the Twitch split, like the revenue split,
Hmm.
I feel like at this point now, as somebody that's been like with the ups and downs of like what I know, what it feels like to like, deal with like people subscribing to the channel, people like, supporting you. I am very much for Twitch at this point changing their revenue splits.
Yes.
And I think that it's something that, especially with like when you start actually like looking at your numbers and looking at like, what like, a sub could do for your channel, one like little change could make a big difference for like a lot of content creators with like the difference of like what you can do with your content, what you can give back to your communities. So I wanted to ask you guys, like, it's been a very huge topic. There's like a lot of people like, just like there's a forum actually for it. I had the link, but I don't have it right now to put it in the chat. But there's like a whole thing about like, trying to get Twitch to change this. So I wanted to ask you guys, how do you feel about this? Like, what would it mean to you if like Twitch was to change this? Go ahead. I know you have a big thing on this, so yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
So about I want to say last September, I unaffiliated from Twitch, mostly because I was making way more money than they were paying me. And that's something that I realized because I used to, everybody who ever makes affiliate, they start. I feel like if you have a calculator in hand, you start running the numbers and you start seeing like, yo, how many
Yeah.
subs does it take for me to go full time? And
Yep.
I set the bar very low for myself. I was like, if I can make $30,000 a year, I could probably convince my girlfriend to let me go full time. Like I'll split the
Bro, but
bills
how
and
much
shit. Like
subs is that?
like that's so I did the math. So for if you got 1,200 subs a month,
Yeah.
you could get $36,000 a year. You have to consistent
repeat that number. Repeat that number, please.
1,200 a month.
Yeah.
To
So
make $3,600
a year.
a year.
And I don't know about y'all, but as we've all been on Twitch, it is really fucking hard to get subs because you can't just be like,
I'll
you
tell
can't
you
just-
right fucking now, because
Go
I'm not
ahead.
in. I have 24 subs. Ain't no fucking way.
my peak my peak was 60, and that was because I was like, I'll do a scary game stream if I do it, and people
Bro,
showed out. But after that, on a regular, maybe 10 fucking subs a month for
dog,
me.
dog.
So when
Oh,
you do the numbers, and then not only on top of that, it just felt like after I did the numbers, I was like, damn, that's OD. Like 1,200. Like you have to be huge to make those numbers on a regular. But that's
yeah.
just, of course, if you're making 36,000, no sponsorships, no YouTube, just that.
Yep.
Um,
Without
so
taxes.
without taxes, and when you sit, you think to yourself like, well, that's because Twitch is taking 50% of that.
Yeah.
Like you're making 36,000 a year, they're also making 36,000 a year. But on top of all of that, you have to pay for all the emotes. When I first made affiliate, I had to shell out. I think I spent 150 on all of my emotes.
Right.
Not only that, if you're streaming, you got to pay for your internet. You got to pay a lot of bills. You got to pay for the games if you don't get if you
Yeah,
don't get free codes or if you don't
yeah,
play free to play
Yep.
games.
yeah.
So it just never made sense to me that like they're like, yo, I'm gonna take 50% of these profits. I ain't gonna pay for nothing. I'm gonna let you put emotes on here, but you're gonna have to pay for them bitches. So I was really sitting there like, what the fuck am I paying this shit for? You know, like what is the purpose of them taking 50%? And the only way I could see them keeping the 50% thing is if they came out and they're like, yo, these are the numbers. This is how much it costs for us to run Twitch. But no company in their right mind would show you all the numbers and how much it costs to do shit. Because people will just look at the numbers and be like, wait, why are you guys paying yourselves $100 million when all you're doing is nothing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just
Yeah.
Right.
and it would make sense to invest in your workers. Like, you know, hey, how's about instead of taking 50, we just take 30,
Mhm.
you know? Because then hitting that full-time goal for a lot of streamers would be easier, creating more content and allowing them to have more wiggle room. But
And getting more subs for your platform. But you know
exactly, and getting
what?
more
Right.
stuff, more
Right.
like it doesn't make sense in short term for them. Yes, you will lose money when you first do it, but if you believe in your platform, it will come back. But that's the biggest problem is that sometimes,
Yes.
and this is why I don't think I'll ever affiliate myself again with Twitch unless like if I'm ever partner or affiliate, I signed a contract and I am out here making this bank. And that is why I don't think I will because I just feel like they don't even believe in their own platform anymore.
Nah.
Ooh.
Nah.
Ooh.
I just feel like Twitch as a platform, especially when it started jumping up, has been very pessimistic in approach when it comes to certain things. They'll put big bets on, big creators, and they'll shield a lot of these creators from a lot of different controversies, which I'm sure we'll touch on at some point. Because of the fact
Yes.
that they bring certain numbers, and those top
Mhm.
10 or 20 streamers will bring in the same, same audience that'll rotate between those people. But for growth, that's a lot more riskier of a strategy for them to invest in.
Yep.
So they would rather stick to their pessimistic way of, oh, listen, if you're not above this bracket and you're not negotiating a contract, you're not bringing in X amount of giant numbers because you're one of those big streamers, we're just gonna take half and you keep it pushing. And that's all we're gonna say about that. They don't
Mhm.
they don't believe in growth projection for a lot of new streamers. Why? That's been one of my things. Again, that this plays into a lot of different themes, discoverability, the DMCA situation, a lot of
Yep.
different things. Why can't you support creators enough to build new stars that
Yeah.
garner a lot
Yeah.
more growth and bring in more audience to your platform? That comes with things like changing the revenue split. That comes with a
Mhm.
lot of different quality of life changes and protecting
Yep.
creators that are coming up. But again, on the revenue split specifically, it's just their business of Amazon, so they're gonna be like, yo, listen, you're not really making this money. Y'all got to do whatever y'all can to make some money. And so
Yeah.
they're not looking at again revenue project like revenue growth over time. They're looking at cost reduction. Like how can we
Mhm.
minimize Amazon's bottom line on this shit as much as possible. We
Yes.
gonna take half on this shit. We gonna throw these ads on there. Y'all gonna shut the fuck up, and then that's it. Like that's
Yeah.
that's what I feel their mentality is when they approach all this stuff. They'll make some fixes here and there for other things, but
Mhm.
overall, I feel
sense.
like that Twitch's mentality has always been stuck on, listen, if you're not hitting these crazy amounts of numbers like an XQC or a Pokemon or a whoever the hell, if you ain't gonna go
Yeah.
nowhere else, and you're not hitting those numbers, you're sticking with that, and then that's it. So it's just
Yeah.
been the pessimism of the money game because they're just starting to kind of get traction and being somewhere near profitable. Maybe they're still. I'm pretty sure they're still not profitable to Amazon.
Nah.
I gotta double check that. Yeah, but yeah,
Not sure.
it's that. I think that's the crux of a lot of things that where Twitch won't budge on. and that sucks because
Yeah.
that's really blocking the potential of the platform. You could really take off. You have a lot of good qualities in a platform in terms of UI and stature and momentum, but now that you're not helping the creator to support your platform, you're not investing in the people that want to invest in you. That creates a whole bigger problems, and that opens the door for a lot other platforms, YouTube,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Insert platform here
Mhm.
to jump in and say, hey, yo, listen, they not gonna pay you this, but we updating our UI and stuff. And once we get good, we will pay you right, or at least pay you better than them.
Exactly.
And so once you open up that door, there's no going back. So it just sucks. It just sucks.
So, quick
Question. I,
question.
I,
Go
I have
ahead.
okay, oh no, I was gonna say quick question. How long have you guys been on? You guys are all 1 to 2 year like streamers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
3 years in March, yeah.
3 years, right? So I don't know if you guys were here like during like 2016. I'll like I think that was like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that was like a golden era in Twitch. I
Mhm.
like if you didn't experience like September, like when September was good.
Mm.
I'm talking
Mhm.
about like the amount of like subs that you would just get for breathing was ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
I'm telling you, like as somebody that has done this consistently, at my peak, I was able to get around like 500 subs consistently, like 5 to 400 subs consistently in a month, and I was like feeling myself. But that was like a lot of work because I was doing it like full time. And one of the things that I will say is that back then, when like you had like it was like, I think it was, if you gift a sub to like resub, it was like $1, like something crazy like that. If you do gift subs are like two something. I don't remember exactly how it worked, but it gave incentives for the viewers to try to push their favorite creator to get something out of what they were like doing. I'm not saying that the site was perfect or anything like that, but that was like when like Twitch Prime was just like, when now it's Prime Gaming, was just being released. Like literally, it was just like, if you go and look back at certain streamers, some people were just like receiving it. Now it just feels like it's like a top loaded thing. I'm not saying that everybody was like getting like crazy subs. I'm not saying that, but
Mhm.
like it was almost. It seemed like worth it. Now it just seems like, oh, it's like a bother. Not a bother. Let me not say a bother. It's more on like you have to do a lot to make it seem like it's worth it now, in my
Yeah.
opinion,
Yeah.
which isn't a bad thing. Like you have to find new ways to get around on social media, not a problem. But Charles, go ahead.
Oh no, my question, like coming with the YouTube, the other platforms in regards to streaming. Um, so, and I think Trip made a good point in regards to Twitch. Um, and Twitch is very powerful because of the UI that it has, the culture that it has.
Culture, it's
Um,
huge.
Twitch culture is very strong. Bits,
Yeah,
emotes, sub badges, um, and other platforms just haven't gotten there yet. So, and I know you guys are all like, I have to get on that wave, but you guys have been grinding your YouTubes. Um,
I
and
love
like,
YouTube.
man, I was just like, just want to see like, could you all speak on, I guess, Twitch versus YouTube in a sense when it comes to like, I guess, content streaming, whatever it may be, just like a brief thought on or if Twitch actually has any competition, because I don't think they do right now when it comes to streaming.
Not when it
When it
comes
comes
to
to streaming,
streaming.
I don't think they do. So like, I was
No.
just wanted to see
Mm.
get y'all's thoughts on that.
So my thoughts on that, when it comes to like the stream wars, it's all right. This is gonna sound interesting, but I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a bunch of like white people that have money that are just throwing around their weight and trying to
Oh,
like
oh
get
yeah,
better
oh yeah,
contracts. I
uh-huh.
I've watched in the span of like everybody that's like not saying like just people going to YouTube, that's not a problem, but I've watched in the span of like a few months of people trying to switch over to YouTube. They've had to implement Twitch in a way to like be a part of certain communities. I'll speak for my
Mhm,
community and my community alone. When it comes to the Splatoon community, yes, there may be people on YouTube that watch like streams, but
mhm,
they are more inclined to watch pre-recorded content on YouTube. The people that watch, like the community that's on Twitch, that is a community that is looking for people to watch. On YouTube, they are looking for their favorite creator to watch. They are not looking for somebody new, in my opinion. So, like, until you get to like a certain point where you have a community on YouTube, it is very hard to break into that scene. So,
yeah,
whereas like you're watching millionaires telling you like, oh, different platforms, move this way and this way, they're making millions of dollars already. And like a lot of them, like, you know, one of the biggest problems I had with that situation,
Mhm.
just say for instance, before I get into like what you were asking, specifically is the fact that they already had millions of subs on the platform already. It wasn't like a big deal for them. When you have two
Yeah.
to 3 million like subscribers and like 5 YouTube channels, you can go anywhere you want. I'll be honest with you, it may not be the craziest thing as Twitch, but you can go anywhere you want. Personally, I like YouTube for pre-recorded content. And one of the bigger things that I've wanted for myself is to be a more well-rounded content creator.
Mhm.
Whereas like maybe possibly YouTube could be a little bit more of where I stay on, because like as I've said, even just like, you know, the fighting for the subs, like I don't do content creation so that people continually like have to give me subs to like, you know, make money on a platform. I like the
Yeah.
idea of like putting out a video, people liking it getting ad revenue, and that's really what it is. Personally, I also don't I don't like Twitch's culture anymore of the fighting to be at the top of the category. I like being in my own space and just worrying about myself.
Yeah.
And it's like if you're not further up in the category, people just are just like, "Oh, you're not as good as this person." But like on YouTube, yes, there can be comparisons, but and from what I've noticed is just like, "Oh, you put out a really great video. I really like this video." You know, like that, and that's really it. But on this, like, there's always a comparison. It's like, say, and especially for Black streamers, I know that like a lot of I've talked to a lot of the women streamers, and I know they get this a lot. Like, as soon as you like, oh, are you, yo, you kind of remind me of like, you know, Cup of Noodles. I look nothing in like, what's it called? Not me, but I'm saying for a woman. Oh, you
Mhm.
look like this
Oh.
person.
Oh, yeah.
And like, you know, say for instance, even for Black streamers, like you'll get a lot of times like, yo, are you like, you and Etika are exactly the same? Like, bro, no, I'm not. Stop
Bro,
comparing me. Like, and I feel
RIP.
like those comparisons, rest in peace. I feel like a lot of those comparisons happen, and there's like a lot of like toxic culture of like trying to like claw your way to the top no matter what. So yeah, I'll leave it there though. What do the rest of you guys think?
I can jump in with this. Twitch versus YouTube. Again, I'm just kind of pulling from my experience of what I've seen as a viewer and from what I've been getting into as a creator. Uh, Twitch in general, it feels like it still feels fair. Sometimes it feels pretty clicky. Sometimes it feels pretty,
Yeah,
everybody has their groups and whatnot and do your thing. And if you're outside of everything, it feels hard to it feels hard to jump in sometimes on that side. For YouTube, content wise, I feel like again, it gives me an opportunity to just basically do whatever the hell I want
yes,
in the constraints
yes,
of like
Yeah.
I can just make like I'll give an example. Like I just posted a video recently just talking about games I wanted to see. I feel like
good
it wouldn't
video,
have. It. Thank you so much. Thank you.
good video.
I,
Seriously, it was a good
It was
video.
really good. It was.
thank you. Appreciate that. But yeah, like I don't feel like I have the bandwidth or the actual constraints to do that live on Twitch. I wouldn't have been able to do it with the way I wanted to. Like my vision wouldn't have been executed if I did it, live and just kind of doing with moving parts and everybody, doing their thing, chat moving, all that stuff like that. Then I would have been able to in like a really closed environment. I'm talking about what the games I want. I'm editing it in the way that I want it, and it comes
Yep,
out in kind of like a package deal, like it came out. So having that playground to where you can just post whatever you want and drop a series. Like again, Wen has a really great series about a lot of Xbox Game Pass games that come out.
Mhm.
yep.
And so
Saw that.
since it's so big, you don't know exactly what to cover. I I don't know how that will come off on Twitch, but since he has that YouTube, since he has Otaku channel, he has the bandwidth to create those experiences and create those, those stories for people to see again. And that's very educational. It's
Yeah.
very informative.
Yeah,
And I don't think that would come off on Twitch. And
Right.
there's just some things about Twitch, I guess, for me that a lot of people flock to a certain, I guess, certain behaviors and whatnot. Sometimes,
yeah,
people flock to the more erratic, jumping all over the walls, doing backflips and shit type
Yeah.
streamers, and I'm like, I'll be there
Yeah,
for
type
one
shit.
moment or another, but I can't be that 24/7. Me personally, I can't do
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's
Personally,
not
yep.
that. You know what I'm saying? Like I can only be that in certain moments when I'm hyped up
Yeah.
to it. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't. I physically cannot. Somebody would drop like 5 subs, and I'm like, oh, shoot, 5 subs. I can't. I cannot keep that up for 24 hours in a day. Every time I stream, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop
That's
everything. I'm
real.
gonna give my natural reaction, but it's just not gonna be up. It's not gonna be in that area that that most people do shit for. Like you
Yeah.
guys know the type. I can't really explain it and put it down to one sentence, but the super energetic people that that go bounce off the walls and stuff like that. So certain personalities might not fit the Twitch mold that are generally accepted. I don't say poggers
Yeah.
24/7. I just want to throw that in there. I don't even know where that shit
Yeah.
came from. Respect whoever says that shit, but I don't say
Twitch culture.
Yeah,
That's real.
exactly.
Monka S. That's
That
like
shit.
the true Twitch culture.
Yeah.
That
Like
and I'm
Kappa,
like, hey yo,
yeah.
listen, y'all got that. Y'all got that. I respect that line, but I cannot
That's
see
not short.
myself saying poggers non-sarcastically ever in my lifetime. And if I do, I've been kidnapped and this is a body double. So it's just some
I think that has to
standards.
do with also your like, I'm talking what you're talking about. Funny thing is,
Yeah.
I like streaming. I like content creation, right?
Mhm.
What you're talking about is that I actually am not as attached to like the Twitch culture as everybody else is. I actually find it weird talking in chats. I don't know. I watch Twitch like it's TV. Genuinely.
Yes.
If I speak in your
Yes.
chat, it means I genuinely like you
Yes.
as a person.
That's facts. That's facts.
Like I'm not trying to be messed up, but like
Yeah.
it means I genuinely like you as a person. If I showed up to say, "Yo, what's good? How are you doing?" Like I like to watch people's content and how they're going about it. I've always felt off-putting, just like talking in a chat, and I don't know why. That's just me. But like I think what you're talking about is also just like I don't know, not feeling a part of that like culture. Maybe like when
Yeah.
you talk about like words like poggers, kappa, like all
Yeah,
those
and it's
things,
not,
like
and just the general ethos of what people might think the quintessential Twitch streamer is, and I don't
Streamer is,
necessarily
yeah.
fit that.
Yeah.
And then of course I'm not saying that's everybody, because of course people flock to other creators who are not in that description and fit outside of that mold.
Right.
But like
Yeah.
sometimes when I imagine myself in in bigger pastures or somewhere down the line, like are people gonna perceive me different just because I have that that different style that's outside of what they're looking at?
Mhm.
So I think that's where I'm like, okay, Twitch is one thing. I'm just, keep me and, be me and just ignore the other,
Yeah.
that side of it in that Twitch
Others.
culture. But on YouTube, I'm like, I fully don't care. My focus is solely on what do I want to make and how do I make that happen? My tone of
Yep.
voice, my whatever, that shit don't matter. If you clicked on the video, you're clicking for me, you're clicking for
Yep.
me and what I have to show you. So those other thoughts that I do when I stream go completely out the window when I, go to YouTube. So purely from that content side, it's a real big difference in how I just approach it and how I'm kind of going through it from day to day. I'd say in terms of the YouTube, again, for me, my channel is like, again, a lot smaller. So breaking into certain things is a lot of trial and error. I'm trying to figure out, it's still trying to figure out the format of, what's the best way to get in the game. I've had videos where it's like, jumped on TikTok shorts and then that's doing very well. And then I've had a video where it's like a reaction video, which I don't usually do, but I'm like, I could jump into it, and then that's gotten a whole lot of views. And then other videos where I've gone maybe a bit deeper into something, maybe did a certain like entry in a series, didn't do as well. So just trying to find that format. Discoverability on both is very, very weird still. I feel like there's still more room on YouTube than there is on Twitch, because Twitch discoverability is bleh, that is straight turpentine. I don't even know what the hell that is, but you know what I'm saying? It's still a grind to figure out that formula on YouTube. Whereas Twitch, I'm just gonna keep doing what I do and post content and syndicate on other platforms as much as I can, because I know Twitch on the platform is not gonna be as fruitful if I just keep it on there. So it is what it is. But yeah, I think those are for me the main differences in approach and just discoverability and kind of tackling that stuff day by day that I think between Twitch and YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah.
When?
So with me, I guess I'm like the newest person on the YouTube space out of all of us here.
No, I haven't even started.
So then you're not part of the discussion. So like I was saying, when I was right.
That's why I'm asking.
Start,
the question,
damn it!
you feel me?
Start.
That's what
Start.
I was
Oh
moderating.
my god! Start.
So when I started it, and it's funny because I've been meaning to. I've tried out almost every platform. I tried Mixer for like 2 days. I tried out YouTube. I tried out Twitch. I tried out Facebook. I actually started on Facebook. And the best platform to stream on, 1000% Twitch. It's not even like a competition right now.
It's not a competition.
Yeah.
But when I realized that and it was a very hard realization for me. I realized that I was going to basically be making free content for years to come, before this ever turns a profit, before I ever become big or whatever the case may be.
Yes.
And when I realized that, like, it's not about, for me, it's no longer about the money or the subs or getting the whatever. It was more about creating quality content for a wide variety of people. I realized the best place for that is YouTube, for a lot of reasons. And it's because for example, we got YouTube Shorts last year. That was a
Yep.
great way for people who are smaller creators who can like expand their stuff. I get a lot of views, and a lot of my views come from YouTube Shorts. And some people have even subscribed, like, "Oh, I saw you on that short about
Yep.
Outer Wilds. Are you playing that game right now?" And the beauty about YouTube outside of Twitch is that if you're somebody who isn't trying to climb the leaderboard, like you guys said, of like, "Oh, I need to be on the top Apex. I need to be number one in the Apex category." It doesn't really, like, I was always playing Apex. You could check my stats on the Twitch track or whatever. The three games that I played the most were Persona 5, uh, Monster Hunter World, and Apex. I was never even close to breaking the top of Apex. So my views really didn't climb unless I was like somebody rated me or something. But like Persona, you would get some people because I was always in like early in the morning, like 8 a.m. Who's playing Persona 5? This guy. So like I would get some people coming in and out. But like with YouTube, it showed me a different kind of growth. It showed me a different, like, oh, somebody found your stuff off of Twitter or whatever. Now they subscribe to you. They like this content. Or somebody saw you from
Yep.
a short. They came in and they saw it. So the discoverability like was super refreshing. And not only that, but I feel like because of the learning curves, where like Twitch's learning curve, it's very easy. Then it gets hard when you want to grow. Like it's
Yep.
easy to start Twitch, but it's not hard to grow in Twitch. I mean, it's hard to grow in
Yes.
Twitch. On YouTube, it's hard to start YouTube, but once you get it down, like once you can edit your videos like fast enough, or you understand how to make
That's where
thumbnails,
I'm at. That's where I'm at.
you're good to go. Like it becomes smoother because now you know exactly what you're doing, and it's just instead of learning the skills, you just need to learn your creative process. And that's one of the things that scared me away from YouTube for a long ass time, um, until I had a conversation with Mira, and she was telling me you need to try all the platforms. And I was talking to her about becoming a full time content creator, and she was like, "Well, you gotta branch out because you can't put all your
Branch
eggs
out.
in one
Yeah.
basket." And that's when I started making videos for my YouTube, and then I created Wotaku, which was a channel that I created with my girlfriend because I am very much into video games and all the nerdy stuff, and she's very much into crafts, and love her to death. We're
Aw.
trying to make a like channel that has as much variety, because at the end of the day, that's what I realized that I really like to do. I like to, like, that's why I created the Game Pass game, because I can never beat a game, but I sure as hell can play a game for 6, 7, 8 hours and tell you everything that I love about the mechanics of the game and why you should play it. So she told me, like, why don't we create a Game Pass review system where we just like go and play a game that nobody ever played, or that nobody really plays or they don't know about, and just play those games and show them off to the community. And I was like, that's an amazing idea. So that's why I like YouTube so much, is because it, like Trip said, it lets you create without having to worry about, like, I played Outer Wilds. I could probably look up right now, if I started streaming, I don't think I would be at the Outer Wilds top game, or people might not even be looking for Outer Wilds. But if you're somebody who happens to fall into my shorts, or somebody who falls into like Game Pass, or like finds like, oh, let me Google Game Pass, and they see, oh, a video on Outer Wilds. I heard that was on Game Pass. Let me check it out. The discoverability is very refreshing, and I'm not gonna lie to you. One of the best feelings I've gotten from content creation, it's not when I have like 20 people in a stream, because like that has happened and it's great. But sometimes you look at it, and then like when the number drops, you start feeling a type of way. That live stuff, I don't really like it as much as I like talking to people live. I love talking to
Yeah.
people live, but everything about being live, outside of that, the audio issues, the latency. If something breaks, the 30 seconds it took you to fix it feels like 7 days, and you're just
Bro.
sitting there like, why is it not working? What's going on?
Yeah.
Bro.
So
Yes.
I love a lot of things about being live, but I never really liked. But there's a lot of things I don't like. Where it's like when I post a video that I worked on, I made the thumbnail, I know exactly how this is gonna pan out, and then you see those numbers go up, or even if they don't. For me, getting 5 views on a video is a success. So when I see those numbers climb, I'm like, damn, some people are really 5 people are fucking with this shit.
Yes.
6 likes.
Yes.
This is great. And the beauty
Yes.
about it is that on Twitch, you can have that stream where you hit 100 people on the views. In 14
Man.
days, that shit is gone. That shit
Gone.
never
Right.
existed.
Yeah, it's
The
gone.
clips are there,
Man,
but that
that's
shit
It's
real.
gone.
never
Right.
existed.
Yep.
And that's the thing about YouTube, is if I was to tell you, if somebody asked me, yo, what do you think about Destiny 2 right now? Yo, I could send you a link, and it's a 7-minute video on why you should play Destiny 2 or why you shouldn't play Destiny 2. And that's what I liked about YouTube, was that I felt like my shit mattered to them, whereas
Mm.
Twitch, somebody said that shit to me. It was two things that changed my mind on Twitch and why I unaffiliated. One was they were like, I think it was Slay. When she made the switch, she said, "I
Mhm.
don't like taking money from my community," and that was one big thing. Is
Facts.
I really hated asking for subs. You can, if you go to my stream for the past like few months, you can ask anybody. I haven't even brought up my Kofi, and I keep forgetting to because I always hate asking for money. And two, I think she was talking about you have to be live to be relevant. And that's very true on Twitch.
Yep.
If you're not live,
Yep.
you're
Yes.
not relevant.
Yep.
And that's
Yes.
just
Yep.
how it is.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah, nah. I was just gonna get into saying that about the fact that like when you Charles, you asked this, like I look at Twitch is I feel like especially if you're coming into Twitch right now, I was on Twitch in a different era. I'll tell you this right now, like a completely different era. Like it's I know 4 years doesn't seem like a long time ago, but it is now in
In
like content
gaming?
creator
Oh
world.
man.
It's
Mhm.
literally so. I came up with like back then I created a schedule like when those things actually worked. So I watched when all of the top creators were on Twitch and I took notes. I had a schedule for every last one of them. I was like, yo, this is when this person is going to be on. This is when this person's going to be on. This person's a wild card, but they usually vary to 12 o'clock at this time. So, what I thought, I was like, yo, let me stream at 5 o'clock in the morning, right before I go to work. One of the best ideas I'll tell you right now, that was one of the biggest things that helped my
That's
stream.
smart
Mhm.
though.
That
That
was
is.
back then though.
Yeah.
I will not say that
Right.
that will work for somebody right now,
Yeah.
but like I remember like a lot of it. It was one of the most things, like one of the things that actually helped me growing back then. Now
Yeah.
when I'm looking at streaming and like I'm like, yo, like should I get up at that time to do it? I've done it. Like it's not the same thing anymore. People know the people that they want to go see, and there are times where there's better for you to stream. I will
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah.
So, but one of the things that I've noticed with Twitch, if you don't have a strong Twitter game, or if you don't have a good like TikTok or something
Yeah.
like that, it is very hard to
Yep.
maintain
Yep.
being relevant and in being in people's like faces. One of the things I've noticed with Twitch, especially having a strong Twitter game, will
Yes.
equal you being able to be seen and being visible in people's
Yes.
eyes a lot
Absolutely.
and help you spread to different people.
Yep.
Um, and one of the things I've noticed for YouTube is that like you can grow within that website. It's like what Wen was saying is like they give you the tools to do it. Like even if shorts aren't TikToks, like TikTok is a whole different monster in itself, right? But I'll tell you right now, as somebody that has like started a second channel, I did not think that I didn't realize that shorts would just like have my second channel almost already be on like 100 like subscribers already. Like that's just like actually ridiculous that like the system in itself allows you to grow and build up as a community, well, like a community with people. And that's one of the things that I've noticed that's different between YouTube and when it comes to Twitch. I will tell somebody right now, if you're not in the mindset of your clips, like Twitch easily could like have made a system where they have an app that like you scroll through like everybody's clips and it would be absolutely amazing. Why? Because a clip that gets like 3 views on Twitch it will go viral on TikTok or YouTube. Makes absolutely no sense how they don't have a
Yeah.
system already that
Yeah.
like just pushes content
In-house.
creators with the content that they already have
Mhm.
in house. They tell
Yeah.
you like if you ever go make your highlights, because I said I'm insane. I am an insane content creator. I will tell you that I post everywhere. Um,
Yeah.
but one of the things that I've noticed, like if you look at the highlight page, it says tip. If you highlight this segment, your viewers will be able to. And I'm just like, I do this all the time, and I promise you, like, unless you're like somebody massive, nobody cares. Like they're not
Yeah.
paying attention to that. Nobody's pushing it into the forefront. So I look at
Facts.
a lot of those things, and I'm just like, yo, like there's so much that they can do for discoverability. Charles, I don't know if you had anything else to say.
Oh, so I was going to speak on not having a YouTube, right? So, because I don't have
Bad advice.
I don't have a YouTube yet. However, but like you said, Twitter and other socials are so important to your growth. So
Yeah,
important to your growth, to staying relevant, being seen, staying on people's minds. My Twitter game, strong as fuck. But
Yeah,
like
It's
when
a
it comes
fact.
to like,
Yeah.
yeah.
so and I think that's what happens when you talk about streaming versus i.e. like content creation. Because like half the time I don't consider myself a content creator. I consider myself just a straight streamer. But like
Mm,
I try to like get out of that mentality because I mean, of like I'm making content, right? Streaming is making content, like regardless of what you think about it. However, it's just like how you deliver the content that
the
in which
content, yeah.
people like consider you a content creator. Like the most I'll post is like a clip on Apex, and like I'll tell people now, I don't play Apex for fun anymore. I play Apex for clips.
Yep.
Clips, my Apex clips are my bread and fucking butter.
Yep.
And along with that, just being myself on Twitter keeps people engaged with not only my Twitter, but when I go live, people want to see what I'm talking about or see me play Apex. So when it comes to YouTube, for me, the hardest thing is editing. I'm not a fan of editing at all.
Bro,
It takes
editing
up
is
so much
so
time.
can I tell you one thing
Go
about the
ahead.
whole editing
Go ahead,
process? I would
bro.
implore anybody, like if you haven't seen my YouTube channel, please go check it out. DaVinci Resolve is free. It's one of the
And I
better,
use it. I
it is
have
one
it.
of the
Yeah.
better free programs. It's on par with like if you can't pay for Premiere Pro, most of us don't need Premiere Pro. I'll be very
Yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah, you don't
90%
need
of
to do
us
all that.
do not need it. I will
Yeah.
tell anybody right now that like all I do is literally capture my audio on
Yeah.
OBS. I take my clips from not clips, but my videos from Twitch and I just cut. And a lot of the times it may be just smoothing over and you go on YouTube, type in how do I zoom in with DaVinci Resolve? I just learned that last night.
Yeah.
There are literally
Hmm.
YouTube channels that take 1 minute to
Mm-hmm.
look at and say,
Yeah.
if you would like to zoom here, go to transformation, go over to the X and Y axis. And if you want to rotate also at the same time, it's great to go do that also. It's easy to do that also. So yeah.
Right.
But Kadon, I
Like,
see you jumped
yeah.
in.
Yes,
What's
sir. My
good,
brother.
gang?
What's
So
up?
What's
what's
up?
good, man?
What's up with y'all? Yeah, I ain't want to intrude on nobody. What's great though?
What's good, man? What's
We
good?
here,
What's
man.
good?
Chilling, man, chilling. Well, what's the topic though? Where we at?
Essentially we were discussing I guess like Twitch versus like YouTube or the platforms, but also like the importance of like social media or and like how to keep yourself like relevant and like seen in the public eye. You feel me?
Okay, okay.
You
All
got
Yeah.
right.
any
Yeah.
What
any thoughts
as far as I mean,
about
y'all
that?
was hitting everything as far as like making sure that y'all post on different, several different social media sites, making sure y'all got a strong Twitter, TikTok, or Facebook. Make sure you like relevant somewhere else so you can bring people to Twitch. Um, as far as like Twitch and YouTube, it just depends on what you're trying to do with your content. Because now streaming it on YouTube is becoming a thing, but it's not like the thing where like
Yeah.
Twitch is. So it's really just where you want to go and how you want to go about your content. I feel like, and then I pay for Premiere. So when you invest,
I gotta
when you
buy.
Okay.
invest, it's like you gonna use it. You gonna learn how to
Yes,
use it
sir.
too. Uh,
I'll
I
be
but that's
also
honest with you.
upgraded too.
I was one of those people that I had the student I didn't use it. I'm not gonna lie to
I
you.
got the student membership
That's
right
Yeah.
here.
tough.
I didn't use it. I
Yep.
didn't
I
use
use that
it.
student shit too. Yeah.
I got everything. I got
I
everything.
didn't use it. Yeah,
Um,
no.
but
So if
it's
anybody go ahead.
I'm about to say, but it's real easy as far as like editing because unless you're trying to do some insane montage or something like that, edits
Not
are
that hard.
real simple and easy. I feel like because all I do is put like film dissolve or cross dissolve, and that's it for my
That's
videos.
This
it.
man know
I
the
let the
terminology. Ooh,
That's
he
all I
on it.
use.
He
That's all I
on it.
use. And then
Yes,
I let the
sir.
content speak for itself. So it's like really your
Mhm.
personality and everything like that
Yeah.
should be the first and foremost, and the edits is just like second, like oohs and ahs. But content really should be speaking for itself.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that I'm somebody. So I went to school for film. So like I had editing classes. I had multiple editing classes, and I'm not gonna and uh not to all my film majors. It's a very good degree. Um, I learned a lot of shit through the internet, even in college. Like it's very attainable. It looks super scary, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if you have a TikTok that you made where you got two videos from your phone, not like you didn't record it on TikTok, you got two videos from your phone and you just put them shits together, you are literally 50% of the way there when it comes to doing it on your computer. it becomes so much easier when you're on your computer. It's simple. It is scary at first. It is always scary. Learning something new is always scary. But here's the thing: is that nobody's gonna call you out on your edits when you just started a YouTube video. Nobody's gonna come in like, whoa, whoa, whoa! I heard that 1 second of audio you didn't cut out before you did the cross dissolve. Those people can eat a dick. Like they will not. They're not gonna fucking like. They're not there to help you win at all. So learn the edits, because I promise you, even if you don't want to be a content creator, it is a really good skill. Because I wanted to learn Photoshop. When I first wanted to learn Photoshop, it was not for thumbnails. I wanted to make memes because I think shit is super funny. So that's why I learned, but I think it's a good skill and it's super easy to get into. And there's a lot of resources.
Yeah, no, I was just going to shout out one thing for those that are lazy like I am. It is actually super easy to make vertical, like, clips. But for those of you that are like me and like value my time, value your time, Streamladder. I put it in the chat. Just use it. Streamladder. It's super easy. Saves you so much time. Like, just take your Twitch clips and that's
a bunch
it.
of little things.
Yeah, there's like little things all over. Streamladder, it saves you.
Oh, so that I'm a customer.
Hell yeah.
I'm a customer. That joint saved my life literally like 2 days ago. 2 days ago, this man recommended it to me. I was like, Streamline, okay. Oh shit, everything is done. Like a whole 5-part thing for TikTok. I'm about to put up next week. Done. I was like, well, shit. I've been sitting here trying to do the aspect ratio and Premiere Pro, trying to change it around, do like a whole 10-minute edit.
I literally had a scene in OBS the first time before I heard a Streamladder. I literally had a vertical scene, and I cropped my camera, cropped I was just doing it how I could.
You be on it, man. So
hell yeah.
If anybody else has anything else to say about this, we probably should move on to the next one because we do have a couple of others.
Do that. Yeah.
So I wanted to hit on this one because it's been the hot topic on Twitch. I'm not gonna lie to you. No, it's not the one you're thinking. So we've seen a lot of controversial takes lately about like being entertaining versus being quiet on stream. So would anybody like to start with this?
Coming out the gate with it.
I feel like that we are all so talkative too. That's what's so funny about
it.
I'll start it off. Because it's actually funny that you mentioned this, because recently I've been indulging in some of the Mary Jane before stream a little too much. I'll even admit.
Allegedly.
And I'll literally.
I live in Canada, so I can talk about this. I don't care.
Must be nice. But I'll be sitting there sometimes like this, and it's not because I don't want to talk to y'all, but I'll just be like,
that nigga stuck.
Oh, there's a chat. That's crazy. But I think that it's. I think honestly, first and foremost, I don't think any content is bad content. Well, actually, that's not true. I don't think a lot of the content that people think is bad content is just bad content. I think it's just bad for you. So I like people who talk a lot. I like people who are very engaging. Some people don't want to hear you talk. There's times where I'll look up a gameplay video of like whatever walkthrough. I think it was like there was one of Saints Row 3. I wanted to watch just a mission or whatever the fuck. I can't remember what it was. But this dude wouldn't shut up. And I'm like, this is what I came here for. Like, bro, shut up. You don't even got a cam on, bro. Shut up.
Facts.
But some people are here just to enjoy the game. Some people literally just want to have the background noise of somebody playing God of War without being like, yo, that's crazy. Look at the titties on that shit. Like, you don't need all that. For me, though, I enjoy somebody who talks a lot. I'm somebody who tries to talk a lot. But there are times where, like, I don't say shit because I just feel like sometimes you don't need to say shit. Like I tried to do a reaction for the League of Legends trailer that dropped. I was pretty cooked. I think I said 3 words the whole thing because I was just stunned. I was like, this shit is amazing. So like, I think that if you're a content creator who doesn't talk a lot, don't force it, because that's even worse. I don't want to hear. If you're awkward, you're gonna be awkward when you're trying to make all these noises and shit. Like just chill.
Hell yeah.
I feel like this dives into a more subjective, I guess, application of someone's personality. But I can speak to I guess that in general. But I feel like it's a time and a place in what the viewer prefers. So I can say in one case, there's a streamer, one of my good friends, one of the first people I met on Twitch, Thumbtack, still know him to this day, solid dude, he's dope. And when he streams, he's usually quiet for like a good period, like a good portion. He's just playing the game. Like you'll catch him he'll say like a couple funny ass fucking lines, and then he'll just be pretty chill and just playing the game, focusing on it. And then he'll kind of come back. He'll just react to chat every now and again for a couple lines, and then be quiet. I still enjoy it because when he says some shit, it's hilarious, and I'm focused on the gameplay. So it's that mix of his personality and how he reacts that makes me comfortable with it. Whereas, other people, I say like myself, I'm a pretty talkative motherfucker. Like, I'm going to try and, again, synthesize something of what you're seeing as much as I possibly can. If I'm not focusing on the gameplay, I'm going to try and synthesize it into something entertaining or informative for the people that are watching. That's just what I do in my mind. I feel like one of my main job on, this platform or in content creation is to either inform or entertain in some way. And then that's through me talking.
That's how you make it, though.
And that's my personal belief. That's my personal belief. You have to make something of it. Would you watch basketball as intently or feel some of those moments if you didn't have commentators letting you know play by play or what those big moments? You know what I'm saying? If they weren't there, would you feel that same way? And I feel like I apply that, or I try to apply that to the best of my ability to streams, to content, to all that, because at the end of the day, it kind of breaks down majorly. And I've heard this kind of comparison or this breakdown. You're either really good at a game, so good, you know what I'm saying? Like an ACU, it's Timmy. You ain't got to say a damn word. You could be streaming for 24 hours playing Apex with a damn zip tie all over your shit, and they will still come in the thousands. Or you're super entertaining, and people come in. You could play whatever game you want. You could be streaming Hatsune Miku games or whatever. They're coming for you. They're coming for your entertainment. They're coming for your commentary on whatever they bring up. They're coming for, whatever take you have on whatever story that the viewers bringing in, or a topic that came in from the other day. They want to see your character and, what you put on the screen. So I feel like it usually breaks down like that. Of course, there's those anomalies where it's like, or those kind of exceptions to the rule where it's like, they're coming for the streamer and they don't talk a lot at all. They just kind of enjoy your personality, your vibe, or whatever. And then that's cool. But I feel like it breaks down into those two. And for me, I know I'm not going to be the best at games. But if you come in here, I'm going to do my damnedest to entertain you better than any of those people who playing Apex, you know what I'm saying, getting hella thousands of viewers can. I know, and in time, I'm going to be that motherfucker who's going to entertain you, you know what I'm saying? If I jump on anybody else's stream, if I'm in somebody else's, space or whatever like that, I'm going to do my best to entertain and inform, because at the end of the day, that's the goal of this shit. I want to have people, be entertained when they walk in this shit. When they see me, when they see my face. You can't do that
when you silent.
And I agree. You can't do that when you're saying you just shout out to Terrible Gaming.
You can't.
Shout out TG.
That's not how you can grow in this space.
It just doesn't sit right to me. Go ahead, bro.
So I'll do the opposite, right? Mm-hmm. So personally, I don't consider myself that talkative of a streamer, because I'm very reactive, just like in person. Like when it comes to conversation, just looking at things, I'm not so straightforward. I look, I analyze. Niggas giving me a face, but he feels like I'm bullshitting, but I'm not.
Bro, this man be doing Jay-Z impersonation, Marja impersonation.
Bro, he's entertaining.
No, I'm not saying I'm not entertaining, right? But I'm saying, like, when it comes to like streaming, I'm very reactive. So like when it comes to like, let's say Apex, right? Because I'm mainly an Apex streamer, I guess. I'm not very talkative when it comes to Apex, right? But put on something like, I was playing Batman the Telltale series. Things happen and then I react to them. And I think that's where people people find entertaining. Because like I don't think that I'm just this personally. I don't think like I'm, like you guys were saying earlier, this happy-go-lucky all the time, super energetic. But like when it comes to like me being a consumer of content, I prefer the more chill people. Like because like I go into streams and I lurk. I'll say my 2 bits and I'll lurk, because like I don't want to spend so much of my time engaging in a chat when I've got other things to do. But this is just me personally as a content consumer. As a creator, I feel like you said, Trip, I will do what I can to entertain the people that are watching me. But I feel personally I'm more reactive in a way, so that I don't think that I'm high energy. Maybe other people may disagree. But
I would slightly disagree, but I feel like you're speaking to like more of the, I guess, the approach and how you talk instead of actually talking or not talking. So I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
I think
you're not ignoring people when they come in the chat.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You're not just sitting there.
Fuck them niggas. I'm here for
Yeah,
subs
nah,
only, baby.
Like, you're not doing that.
yeah, nah, I will
I
say
see
that
what you're
you gotta be like the top 1% of like, video gamers to even like get that. And to be honest with
Yeah.
you, like even to that point, you would still say there's a difference between somebody that's nice like a Shiv and somebody that's nice like a Fade. Like, there's a huge difference between those two,
Yeah.
and like Shiv is
Yeah.
probably one of the most entertaining like Apex streamers that's out there.
Mhm.
Yes.
Like that's why there's
Really
like the
has
Shiv army. That's why you got people with like his like the names and the titles. Bro,
Mhm.
I'll tell you this right now. Like I was one of those people like I was like, yo, kind of like, yo, y'all could leave these guys alone. But like I get where what the people that he was getting at is the people that be complaining on a daily basis that like
They
be
don't
like,
have
oh, nobody
anybody.
comes. Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Like, that's
why.
why you don't, because you're not talking to
Yeah.
That's the
nobody.
ones.
You're not talking
That's
to
the
You
nobody.
own
Talking
the-
is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, you're on a live streaming platform where you literally have to talk to get to know somebody, to network, to even grow. And
Grow,
Mhm.
yeah.
you deliberately fucking yourself up by not talking.
By not talking, yeah. Because I say, for instance, I've even raided like streamers, and like I'll be like, all right, let me throw a raid to somebody that's like has a lower viewer count, and
Mhm.
Mhm.
like my viewers will be coming in like in the army will be like, yo, what's going on? How you doing, bro? It's been like 5 minutes, and they were just like,
Oh,
oh, yo,
bro.
shout out for the raid, thank you. I'm just like, bro, what?
Okay. All right. I'm with that. It's 50-50 because like a lot of people, let's say they don't have a cam, they're streaming off the console and they don't have the
That's
Ah,
a delay.
yeah.
That's an exception.
that's
I-
when
I'll
that
say
delay
That's
happens.
different. That you know who we
But
talking
no,
about. I'm
yeah,
talking about
I know
people
what
that
you're
got the
saying.
full
I know
setup.
what you're saying.
Oh,
though.
okay. Okay,
Yo,
yeah.
okay, a full setup. Never mind.
I'm talking. Come on,
Because like
come on.
there have been
They got the
instances like
moving.
My man got the guard, like he got a Go XLR, he got a Shure mic, the joints hanging off the side on the screen, like bro, and like literally, I'm not trying to get at it, but like I've seen it, and like
yeah,
I've started noticing that like even for me personally, like I may not be the most talkative person in somebody's stream, but I gravitate to people that like if their stream's quiet, they're giving information. Like if they're
Yeah.
not like a super hype person, they're giving some type of information. I
Mhm.
love Tim the Tatman streams because the dude was literally just an idiot. I still think that it's part of it is an
so
act,
funny, bro.
but he is actually stupid. And like
Yeah.
it's hilarious though. Like so like say for instance, like I just look at like those situations and I look at like, who has like, people like willing to be like, yo, I'm a part of the Tatman army. I'm like, Shiv Nation or whatever he calls himself. Or like, I was watching HBox the other day, Hungry Box,
Mhm.
Smash Brothers. And I was like watching his tournament run, and he may not be like, he's still good. Like he's a very good player, but he's not like the top ultimate player. And
Yeah.
I was watching the stream and I was like, dang, I want to play Ultimate now because of him. His tournament run was actually really fun and hype. So I've now understood more of like Twitch is it's a service where you have to talk to people like at the end of the day,
Mhm.
especially
Yes.
I'll be honest with you, especially when you're starting off, because like
Yeah.
you might be good at a game, but like that's cool and all. Because like, are you
There are a
throwing
million
your
people
clips
good at the
anywhere?
game.
Exactly,
That's
bro.
that's
Some
really
gotta
it.
set you
Yeah,
apart.
someone's got to
Something
set
has
you
to set you
apart.
apart.
Yeah,
Facts.
something has to set you apart. So yeah, like I just wanted to hit on this. I don't know if anybody else has anything to say about it.
I was just gonna say
Um,
one quick thing is like the perfect example of somebody who's pretty quiet but is like a really good content creator is Peach FPS. Is because
Peach.
Right.
Yes.
I
He's been
love
killing.
yo
Yeah, she be
I
chilling. She be chilling.
fucking
love
I just
me and my
cheated on 3
girlfriend will-
people.
Yo, exactly.
Yo,
like we literally
I
will be-
do.
the coldest,
On some real.
she got the
Oh my God.
coldest veins I've ever seen
Yes.
on
Yo,
Twitch.
it
Ever.
Peach is cold.
No, she does. She does.
Man,
Yeah, no,
Shout
on
out
some real,
Peach
she does.
FPS.
Yo.
Shout out Peach FPS.
And I
Yes,
remember me
indeed.
and my girlfriend would literally like be on FaceTime watching her because she's crazy cracked, and then it'll be like she would literally like squad wipe, and then she'd just be like,
Bro,
"Kids are
Get
terrible."
shit
she's
on.
so
And then-
snowy.
Yeah, it's because they're terrible.
Oh,
It's because
but
they're
it's so
terrible. Get shit
cold.
on.
Example, someone who doesn't
Fantastic.
need to talk that much. She
No.
shows her personalities in the small bits that she
Mhm.
does speak, and that's what I
Yes.
think the difference between being a quiet streamer and being a bad streamer is like as long as you can get across who you are as a person, or even just make those
Mhm.
moments entertaining,
Facts.
like that's all you don't need to
Right.
be fucking like Krusty the Clown, like doing all this all the time. You can say one or two things every now and again, but not saying anything, that's a bigger problem.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Read your chat, folks. Please read your
Yeah,
chat.
that's
Real
Yeah,
talk.
nah,
'Cause people there for
seriously.
you, and if you're not giving them a piece of you, what they there for?
No, yeah,
What they're there
facts.
for. Nah, you're
Oh, yeah.
right. So I just wanted to just get on that, just like talk about that a little bit. But we're gonna move on basically to what's
Yep.
been the hot topic on Twitch right now and Twitter. If you guys have missed it, There's been, big streamers, a few small streamers. I've even seen some people fall asleep and play like, cartoons in the background. And right now we're in a scary situation again with DMCA because nobody knows exactly what's going to go on with this. So I want to ask you guys before we get into like, the major, like, people watching like, Avatar on Twitch. How have you guys been feeling about Twitch and DMCA? Like, what's been going on with the thought process in your mind?
Ooh.
I'll let me start. Let me fucking start, bro. Because I've been
Get
saying
it
this for a
poppin'.
goddamn year, bro. Fuck Twitch. Fuck Amazon.
Yes,
Because
sir.
they have the
Like, oh
my God.
fucking resources to allow people to not only to collect the bag for themselves, but for like their content creators. Bro,
Right.
Twitch, well, Amazon has Amazon Music, Prime Video. There's no reason why that you
Watch
should not
parties.
have you just watch parties. There's no reason why you should not
Right.
have a service or a subscription service for streamers to say, all right, let me pay $4.99 for Prime Video so that I can play videos through Prime on your platform that you own. Or if I want to play copyrighted music, let me use Amazon Music to play the music on stream. Like, if anything, this is helping you collect the bag for
Yeah,
yourself.
I can see
This is
that.
you're doing nothing but
No, you're right.
generating more money for your company. I don't understand that, because if I can play the music I want to play and not get DMCA for it, oh, you best believe I'm paying that $6 a month, so I can have a more entertaining stream and people
You're
can
not
enjoy
wrong.
themselves. Bro, I would
Mhm.
gladly pay that subscription fee every fucking time just so that I can have better content. But let me also say this. In regards to the recent DMCA issues, for videos, for music, um, a certain streamer has been playing, like you said, Avatar, the Last Airbender, the entire series on their stream. I've been playing, allegedly, hypothetically speaking, it's been heard maybe through somewhere, I don't know, it's probably fake
Allegedly.
news,
Probably.
that I used to, like, watch a lot of cooking shows on Twitch.
It was the
Allegedly,
it was the meta. It was the
it's the
meta.
It's the meta.
it's
Yeah,
the
it's the
meta.
meta. It's the
And
meta.
like, the people that follow me just happen to enjoy food and
Mhm.
happen just to enjoy a certain person making the food or yelling at certain people. It's content. It's the fucking meta. And when it comes to Twitch, sometimes you gotta play the meta to get into the game to make yourself seen.
Not
That's
wrong.
all that's all I'm gonna say about that topic. That's all I'm gonna say. Allegedly. Allegedly.
What's up, Trip?
Oh God, Trip was about to.
Let me. All right,
What's
all
good,
right,
Trip?
all right. This is a really, it's a twofold thing for me. On one side, wholeheartedly agree. Amazon and Twitch have all the necessary tools and capabilities to make this an actual feasible, usable product or some type of extension of the service for us, for creators. There's an easy lane for y'all to say, yo, listen, again, connect Amazon Music to this. Y'all could probably pay a little something on the side, or at least connect it barely so they get streaming, streaming revenue off that stuff. And then that's good.
Mhm.
Y'all should be fine. You know what I'm saying? You're just licensing stuff that you have to work out. But y'all at Amazon through Twitch, y'all big enough to work that shit out. Come on now. That's very stupid. And again, I feel like this is more of the thing I was touching on before of the cost saving pessimistic mentality. So they'd rather, let y'all deal with DMCA strikes and bans than pay a little
Yeah.
bit more extra money to set up a licensing system or something like that to allow
Mhm.
streams to play copyrighted music or certain copyrighted shows through their platforms. That's just their negative ass mentality. That's kind of, they just kind of dealt with it. They kind of threw the plate on. All right, listen, yo, there's ban systems, y'all. Don't watch that shit because we're not paying for y'all. All right,
Yeah.
that's how I
Basically.
feel that is. That's something that they should fix, and I feel like that would help a lot of people around. Just make streams a lot more fun. Again, that helps everybody. On the other side, there are some parties that I believe use some of these things solely as a crutch, and they don't do nothing else. And I'm like,
Yes.
it's for the people. I will give big exceptions to people that they do this sometimes, but then they always do other stuff. They switch up the content. That's why,
Switch up the
again,
content, yeah.
prime example, Charles. Like, you know what I'm saying? Allegedly, prime example, Charles.
Allegedly.
He, you know what I'm saying? He would watch stuff with his community from time to time, allegedly, and then he
Allegedly.
always switches over to something else, an Apex, a Batman Telltale series, or something else. You won't see him on that all the fucking time,
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah, and that's the biggest part.
for some people, and there's a lot of them, who are complaining about DMCA, and some of them even going so far as to actively ignoring those, those guidelines and rules just to stream that shit because they can't really do nothing else or they don't have the capacity to do something else. And that's where I'm like, y'all gotta shut the fuck up on one. Y'all gotta shut up. I'm sorry. Because there's clear guidelines set out if you don't want to, cross that line. I understand, you know what I'm saying? Can't play that music, can't do that. But I'm speaking specifically to that audience that can't do nothing else. They don't have the capacity to talk to their chat, actually provide entertaining, valuable content, something in their Twitch streams. And then they just sit here and complain on Twitter all day talking about, oh yeah, da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? This is unfair to everybody. Have you tried like any other route of entertainment on stream? Have you tried playing a game? Maybe Twitch you can play a game. Maybe
gaming, like kind of built this platform.
Try Uno, my nigga. It might work out. Like
it's wild because like people think that like this is like some new thing. You knew about this.
Yeah, like, you signed a contract for it.
Yeah, you knew about this.
And that's the other fold of the whole ordeal that I'm like, it's tough for me to fully, say, oh yeah, this is a complete unjust thing. Because on one side, again, Twitch is in the wrong because they can actively fix the situation, but they don't for the sake of being pessimistic and money saving. Well, on the other side, there's clear guidelines set by DMCA. Don't touch copyrighted shit. That's law. That's a before Twitch. That's an outside of Twitch, ordeal. And then people actively overstep that line. Habitual line steppers on that side, and then they're surprised and shocked when then they get banned and shit like that. Like, oh, that's not fair. I gotta go watch my strikes now. Blah. But you just played a whole copyrighted show for like 18 hours, bro. You were sleeping while that shit was playing. You did a 24-hour. You did that shit the whole time. So
the channel management screen has a DMCA checklist on the top of the page.
Every time you look on it,
every time you look on it, it's on the top of the page. Let you know have you crossed the line. So you have no excuse, to be honest.
Exactly. If you actively follow, if you actively don't follow those shit, if you're cognizant of those rules and you still dodge them shits to play whatever you want and do that, you liable to some consequences. I'm sorry to say, that is what it is. And again, speaking to that audience that they don't do anything else besides that shit, and they always actively do it because it essentially becomes a crutch for them. Y'all have no room to even do shit. Like y'all gotta find a new line of doing shit, either a new method or a new line of work. Because what else do you do besides play other people's shit? You know what I'm saying? If I came in and it was nothing but your voice on acapella, could you do something? Could you do something that's entertaining and engaging? And I think that's the thing that I take exception to when I see a lot of comments about this stuff. It's just like it's a lot of excuses made when certain things are laid down for certain people that aren't actively trying to work on their situation and better themselves. Cause I'm like, I know from any standpoint, I'm like, okay, cool, that was nice. But I know for right now, in the overall standing of things, my content ain't shit. How am I gonna do that to get better? How am I gonna get better? How am I gonna stay in the bounds and get better myself? I'm not gonna look and complain about some other shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna gripe on a situation because that is what, whatever happened. I'm just going to say, listen, it is what it is. How can I circumvent that or make sure my content is in the strongest place it is without violating these content lines, without going left, right, or center or something like that? At the end of the day, that's what I think it comes down to. And then, some of these people just bumming. I don't know. Some of these content creators out here, they just want to put some shit on their TV and they can turn the stream off and go watch it then. Go in Discord or something, bro. Like, there's ways you can beat this.
Yeah,
bro. Oh no, no. Seriously, there are ways that you can beat this. Like a lot of streamers do Discord parties and like watch it in their Discord, and people will show up just to watch it. The crazy thing is, what I find like annoying about like the whole Twitch situation is, they know they're just chatting is like the Wild West. They know this.
Yes,
it's like, bro, go scroll and just chatting right now, and like automatically you already see. Like I already found somebody watching Demon Slayer on stream. Like, bro. They know
the joint just dropped.
Today. They about to stream Attack on Titan.
And they're already streaming it, dude. Like there are people that like it is the Wild West over there. So like it's on Twitch to be like, yeah, we know that like certain people shouldn't be doing it, but like people be watching like having like full blown like full series, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, like come watch the whole thing with me, and like I'm just like, bro, what?
They don't care.
And niggas will be shocked. They will be shocked when they get that strike. Talking about how could they even do this? I'm like, you mean the fine print that you didn't read? In fact, he was too stunned to speak. Like,
with
Put two
me,
and two
I
together,
always
man.
saw it as like, well, like you ever have like your mom be like, "Yo, don't play ball in the house," and you're like, "All right, cool, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna play ball in the house." And she's like, "Oh, if I see that ball in this house, I'm gonna smack the shit out you." And like some people, I feel like there's some kids who like are like, "Fuck, I'm gonna play ball in the house. She ain't gonna see me." And some people
She
get
ain't
away
gonna
with it.
slap me.
Yeah,
She not gonna hit
exactly. And then there's
I'm
some kids
nice
who
with
do
the
the
ball.
same
I'm
thing.
nice.
Dude, they do the shit, it fucking hits the vase, and now you're gonna get smacked. And like me as the little brother, I'm like, I ain't play ball in the house. She told me to play ball in the house. I'm like, it's hard for me to defend y'all because it's like they said don't do this, I didn't. And then y'all got hit, like when people got hit with the DNCA strikes that one summer where everybody was getting
Oh
taken down.
yeah,
Like that shit was like
That was
a
the first way
first.
we should have
Yeah,
showed you like we are not playing.
yeah.
Yes.
I was like, I'm good off that. I literally went and looked up copyright free music, like what Charles was
Yes.
saying. When me and him were talking
Yes.
about the other day, looked
Yes.
up copyright free music, like looked up
Mhm.
people who didn't care about
Bro.
streams.
Bro.
That's all you had to
Bro.
do was make a playlist. That's content right
Mhm.
there. Go on live,
Bro.
chat. Let's make a non-copyright playlist together. Boop boop
That's a
boop.
whole.
Man.
That's content right there. You know what I'm saying? Like you could do. It's
Bro.
so
Yep.
easy to make content, and some people really be
Free.
sitting there like,
Yep.
like they took their child. Like, what am I supposed to do without music, bro? I'm nothing
Yeah.
anymore. Like, come on, son. It's not. It's
Dog.
not that dramatic.
That's
When that
crazy.
happened, we talked this the other day. But when the copyright strikes started happening, we couldn't play music. What I did was, I'm like, yo, on the TL, all right, who makes music? If
Nah,
I
you
can use your
did.
music, drop that in the fucking thread so that I can play your music on stream. Like
Same. I was the
niggas
thing I was
not
doing. Yeah.
niggas not thinking outside the box or not being
Mhm.
creative at all, and that's what Trip was saying.
They not
Like,
helping each other
Yeah.
out. That's what it is.
Not
Yeah.
or
They was
themselves.
like,
helping
why
each
would I
other
play so?
out,
Why would
bro.
I get somebody else my platform? They don't try to take the help of anybody else. That's the biggest
Bro,
thing.
I'm getting more streams than you are. What you mean?
Yeah,
I'm trying to help you, nigga.
So there is another a caveat with this, and like people are also getting mad about not just DMCA content, but like YouTube content. Like YouTube
Yeah.
content creators are getting annoyed about like streamers just watching it, their
Mhm.
content on stream. How do you guys feel about that?
I'm
I
mad as
I
shit.
feel like that's dumb because first of all, you putting on YouTube for the masses anyway.
Yeah.
So
True.
why not let me show your content to a bunch of people that don't even know about you to get your numbers up? Because half the time when I show people on YouTube like little videos, go sub to them, go follow
See,
them,
that's you. That's
go
the
watch
problem.
them.
That's
That's
the
you.
problem.
That's the problem. But the
Yeah.
thing is, say for instance, you gotta realize something. Say for instance, somebody watches, like let's say like this K dot. Somebody's like, "Yo, this new anime came out." They go watch your clip. Say like Ninja or whatever watches your clip. He
Yeah.
drops no link. He doesn't tell anybody to like or
Oh
do
well,
anything to your
yeah.
content.
I can
And
see that
now
point.
you
Yeah.
just had 20,000 people
Bruh,
watch your
bro.
content and
But my
receive
name on there, that's
zero-
enough for me.
Oh, that's
Is
true.
that enough?
If it's 20K
If-
people,
if
you know,
it's
like,
Ninja,
30
somebody
people
gonna see
go
that
on
shit.
there and click.
You gonna big screen it so they don't see your name. They just gonna see the content.
They just gonna see the content. How do
Man,
you,
I feel it, but I'm not gonna be mad though, because it's like it's more shit to be angry about, like
True.
than motherfuckers not
Yeah,
giving you props
I'm
on
not.
stuff.
I'm not, but like there are people that make their streams about
Yes.
other people's content. That's what
See,
people are getting more
okay.
upset
Now
about.
that
Okay.
Yes.
Not
that's-
like you just started out of nowhere. Like you're like, yo, there's this video that I saw and I want to put you guys on. I feel like that's a little bit
Okay.
different.
Okay.
It's
And
like,
Okay, I
yo,
can see that.
it's like, say for instance, it's like, yo, new K.com content drop. Yo, we watching it right now. Like that's what they're doing. Like they're literally making like their
Yeah.
streams about it.
okay,
Okay,
that's,
I can
that
see
is
that
very
difference
different.
then.
That is very
Yeah, I
different.
can see
okay.
that difference then.
That right
I
there
was
is
also
weird. Go ahead.
go ahead. Trip.
Okay,
Trip.
man.
You guys are too nice.
It was, but no, see, that's very different to what you said. Now that I got that, I understand. Like, if you don't have any
Yeah.
proper link or reference to their stuff, actively, cite your damn sources. Did nobody teach y'all this in school?
What did y'all
Cite
do in
your
high school?
motherfucking
Like,
sources. Cite your sources,
MLA
you
format,
creeps.
my nigga.
LA
Yeah.
format streams.
MLA, Chicago, APA, something, nigga. Like, come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? To me, I understand I might not be the majority of content creators out there. If you're watching somebody's content that you're taking from or wherever you're watching in an extended format, like a clip or whatever, at least if you don't even at least name drop them, you know what I'm saying? Like, verbatim say, hey yo,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I'm watching a video from Winter K-Dot, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, this new K-Dot video
Yeah.
dropped. This little clip came from. Oh yeah, shout out K-Dot, you know
people
what I'm
just
saying?
weird then.
Go
I
follow
thought
his
that
stuff.
was just like courtesy, I guess.
And
I
it
mean,
should be
Yeah.
common courtesy. If you borrow their stuff, you should at least mention their name and where it came from before you even release it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
that.
I feel like that should be just standard procedure. But if you're making
Right.
whole streams just like no cam, no nothing. You're just watching his videos and saying nothing
Yeah,
about it.
that's wild
That
though.
That's
is
what people are doing.
that's-
Yes,
Okay, then
that's
I would
very,
have an
getting
issue with that.
tasty.
Really,
I
if
don't
you
like
don't
that.
show
I don't
me
like
at
that.
all, like if you just show my face or my video and don't say K dot, don't go and say check him out. None of that. Then that's damn near stealing. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
views you take away from my channel when I'm trying to get partnered on there
Mhm.
and you
Right.
eating off of it.
Right.
Yeah. So now I'm mad.
Yeah.
Now I'm mad. I see what y'all saying
Facts.
now.
Okay,
And
then what
uh,
happens is
Mm.
then what happens is they will take that part of their content and be like, sir, for certain videos, they'd be like, such and such reacting to this
I
video,
hate-
and then
I
get
said
more
this.
video views
I
than
hate
the
reaction
original
videos.
video.
I hate.
I'm
Yes.
getting
reaction
old.
videos
I'm
with
getting
a
too
passion,
old.
bro.
Yeah,
I hate those.
that shit.
I'm
No,
getting
this
too
is
old.
like the meta.
Nowadays.
No, reaction videos like the meta for like the past
Bro,
2-3 years
reaction
on
videos,
YouTube.
cooking videos, and stream help is the meta right now for all
Facts.
content creation. That's the
Yeah.
meta.
It's the meta.
My opinion on reaction videos has changed a little bit. I used to hate like all of it, like over the course of everything. But if you're talking about a general topic that isn't attributable to like one certain person or one specific
Yeah.
video or something like that, I'm like, it's cool. Like a crate challenge video. Remember way back when they were talking about that shit?
Yeah,
I see like people
yeah.
just like doing the little videos reacting to that like the entire ethos of it.
Oh God,
I was
struggle.
like that whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, cool. That's there. But if you're looking into somebody's exact channel, watching video for video on their sub box, and then carrying that saying reacting to this new video, reacting to that new video of his specific channel, that right there is where you cross the line to me. I'm like, you can react to a movie trailer because everybody's reacting to a movie trailer. You can react to general trends. That's cool. I feel like that's cool, fair game, because that's an open source. Everybody's doing that. But when you get to specific content creators and their stuff and you're reacting just video on video, like leeching off that stuff, and you're not doing any synthesizing of your own, that shit's weird. That's where where lines are crossed.
Then the bottom of the barrel, you have those niggas that be streaming your streams.
Oh my
Who even does that?
god.
We can leave that
Bro.
I hate these people. We can leave that alone. I hate these people. All right, we don't even have to. Those that's literal scum, bro. That's like the.
I walked into somebody's stream one day just randomly because I just be trying to find new people to watch.
Sauce is everywhere.
Yeah.
We know.
I'm everywhere. They are watching somebody else's stream live, just talking over the stream. I'm like, my guy, blocked and reported. Like, what are we even doing? I was sitting there for like a good 20-30 minutes. Just like, sometimes like you be streaming with your friends. So like, I'm eating real quick, so we gonna watch them. They wasn't eating. They weren't on a BRB screen, no intermission screen. Just streaming their stream, bro. I'm like, nah, you're scum of the earth, bro. Like, there ain't no fucking way, bro.
Yeah,
I ain't
that's
never heard of that
basically it.
shit in my lifetime until now. I'm not even gonna lie. Like
Me
I've seen
either.
people.
Wait, yo.
I've seen
Bro,
people.
it's nasty.
It's
I've
nasty
seen people
behavior.
like
You wanna know
open up
the
their
meta?
streams. Go ahead.
You want to know the meta? So what it is, Trip? Like there is now a meta on Twitch, and I think they've been like more shutting it down. But what it is that you'll have like these dudes where they do is they go on Twitch, they go on just chatting, and they rate the woman on Twitch.
Oh,
And
okay.
what they'll
I've seen clips of that.
Oh, what is
Yeah,
this?
I've seen that.
2012?
I've
This
seen that.
2011 now?
Yes,
Like,
and what they'll do is they'll be
Weird.
like, "Yo, we're gonna
Nasty
go to her
work.
chat now. Let's talk to her. Let's see if we can get her to interact with us
Okay.
and this, that, the other."
Yeah.
And that is what
okay,
they
I
are
had seen
doing.
instances of that. Though.
I've
That's
seen that.
weird,
Yes.
though.
That I've seen. Which
Or
is
they'll
again
be talking about the person. Yeah.
Bro.
weird, bro.
Weirdo.
That happened to somebody the other day. Oh my goodness! Somebody came into one. I think it was Semi. I think it might have been Semi. Shout out Semi. Somebody like popped in her chat, said some stupid shit, and I was like, yo. And then he was like streaming her like reaction and all that stuff, and I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
that's just weird, bruh.
That's
Yeah.
Don't you
ridiculous.
have better
That's
things to
rude.
do? Entertaining your people on your own. They came to see you
Take a
talk about other
shower,
people.
bro.
That shit is
Take a
like,
shower.
yeah, facts. Go touch grass, bro. Wash your ass. That don't make no sense to me, man. I don't know, man. Like,
But yeah, these are
Definitely
metas
to the
that
same
are
thing.
starting. That's why
Yes.
people laugh and start saying that, like, we hear the jokes about Twitch becoming like a world star because it's more about like how much drama that you can actually create to put yourself in those like situations. So just in general, that's like been like a big meta. But one of the bigger metas that's been happening, and I think it's probably gonna be the last topic, is the fact that like a lot of streamers are now using bans as a way to get their names out there. if a lot of you guys don't know,
Oh, man.
the person that did basically the Avatar: The Last Airbender most likely knew they were going to get banned. There's
I see.
there's no way that you
They
stream
knew.
something
Yeah.
like that, you know you're going to get
Yeah, you
banned.
knew. And
So,
you that
like-
big of a person too. You're in a spotlight. You're gonna get hit.
Yes. Yes. So I wanted to ask you guys how you guys feel about it, because it's basically a 2-day vacation. They come back, they'd be like, "Oh, I didn't know," and then they get thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views.
I
And
think
so,
that's crazy.
To add on to that, XQC, by the way, the day after decided to go on and watch Hunter x Hunter, multiple episodes to 100 something K viewers.
Bruh.
How do you guys feel about this?
It's smart on their part because like it's literally
Smart.
it's smart. It's smart
it's
because
so
you got so
scummy
many
as-
Twitter and just sites and things that literally say this person is banned. Like I
Yes,
get
yes.
notifications when
Yes,
somebody is
Yes,
banned.
yes.
They got
And
a
it's
whole
just
account for
like,
that.
oh, huh?
They got a whole account for that stream.
Yeah,
It's
the
what
whole
Yeah,
the
account
streamer
for
exactly.
bans.
And just to
I'm
let
like,
you know who's banned.
putting
Now
they
you getting free
poster up and shit.
promo. You getting all these people to know, oh, they banned. So let's go see when they come back. What we gonna do? And it's
Yes.
just it's
Yeah.
messed up, but it's smart on their part because they eating. But it's dumb on like Twitch and everybody else's part because now you got all the lesser people mad as hell that y'all not doing nothing serious. And that's another reason why you showing people that DMCA really don't mean nothing. Because 2 days off, that you're not really losing
Joke.
nothing.
That's a
Yeah,
joke.
you're not really
It's-
losing nothing.
Facts.
It's also dangerous for like the smaller content creator, because if I, for
Yes.
example, I'm
Yes.
like, yo,
Yes.
blah blah blah, she got out for 48 hours. Shit, we about to, I'm not streaming this weekend regardless. Let's watch Avatar on Friday. Then boom, that's like, yo, by the way, we're repoing your house. That's how banned you are on this platform. Like we're taking your kids and taking your mom and dad. And it's like, whoa, but
That
how come-
IP
how come
address,
she got, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
how come she got 48 hours and I'm over here? I'm in court. What's going on here? And it's like, whoa, sir, you're not her or you're not them. We
You're
have
not.
very special treatment, and that's I think the biggest issue is that like
Yes.
me. Shit, I couldn't even. If I were to think about that shit, I would get a copyright strike in my email right now. Like, yo,
Immediately.
we saw those
Yeah,
streams.
Facts.
So
Yes.
Facts.
it's disgusting.
It's
Facts.
it's hilarious, man. I'm sorry. Every time shit like this happens, I just look at again. It's just so funny how these giant creators with PR teams and managers and you know what I'm saying, people that
Agents.
agents and systems in place to keep them as inside the bounds as possible still just do whatever the hell they please and jump off and watch Avatar for like how many hours on it. I don't even know in this exact specifics of what, like however long
I
she
don't
watched or
either.
whatever, but
Yeah.
you do that and you get a ban. So like, okay, how much am I in for? 48 hours. Slap on the wrist.
I
You'll be
wasn't
back in there
streaming- I
next
wasn't
week.
streaming anyway.
You know what I'm
Man, they
saying?
get
Like,
paid thousands per day anyway. Like,
exactly. And I'm like,
they
I had a
good.
doctor's appointment.
why should they care about any of this? Because they're gonna be back in literally like 2 business days, and then
Yeah.
when they come back, crazy
Make
ass
more
like
money.
raucous reaction, a
Yeah,
giant ass
yeah.
stream sub day. Everybody
Yeah.
comes in like they were gone for like they did a jail
Like
day.
they
They
was
just
gone
come out
for
hauling
months.
shit. You know what I'm saying?
If you really want the money, you can do an apology video. That's just gonna do numbers too. If you
Yo,
really want to play
put
this
that
shit
twit
out,
longer
Not
up.
wrong.
Put that twit longer up. She might
put
get
the
cash.
twit longer up.
Yo,
Man.
everybody
Twitter
acting
lines
like
get on my nerves.
it got like, you know what I'm saying, welcome back. Mace is playing in the background and shit. Everybody going crazy. All of that, like, and not only that, all the bigger creators just for kicks. They're like, let's do the same shit to get off the
Yes.
buzz of her getting that
Yes,
reaction.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Again,
he put on his title "Drama Andy Incoming," bro.
Bro.
he's
Bro,
spitting in y'all faces. He don't care
yeah.
about y'all situation, Twitch. He doesn't care. And again, for
Throw
the
your hands up
pure
at that point.
for the pure like
Yeah.
strategist tactician at that level, that's a smart play, because you're like,
Yeah.
yo, why not build on this hype? That's how a lot of people's channels are built anyways, through drama and all this other stuff. So why
Yep.
not just hop on this train real quick? You know what I'm saying? They post
Don't
on
emulate that. Don't emulate that
yeah.
at all. Drama
Please
is not
don't.
what you need
Please
on
don't.
Twitch.
Nah.
Please don't. For
Nah.
anybody listening
And
to
then
this,
I was-
please don't.
Short-lived.
They will
we
Short-lived.
talked
shoot
about
your
a little
ass
bit
down
earlier.
quick and in a hurry. Please don't. And that's just general
Facts.
scummy behavior.
Yeah.
You just a bum ass motherfucker if you subscribe to any of that.
Right.
But-
right.
For everybody else looking down this line, it's like, okay, so they're getting 48 hours. Why do we even care about DMCA stuff? 1, 2, they might even try it, go so far as actually doing it. And then when they get copyright strikes and bans on their channel, they're gonna ask Twitch, well, why did you put your top creators and stuff like that? You know, why'd you only give them 48 hours, but you're giving us lifetime bans, you know? It puts so many seeds of doubt, and Twitch has to flip on their axis so many times to satisfy these big creators and to satisfy the rest of us. And then that ties into so many other issues. Why was it so long to introduce like mod tools and like stuff to help us against hate raids and stuff like that? And then you crack down on all of us so hard about DMCA, and then you're giving them slaps on the wrist. Like,
let's just be clear.
So much.
Twitch still has not really done anything about hate raids.
Nah, they
Let's
haven't.
just be clear.
No.
Let's be clear. Streamlabs,
Nothing.
Stream Elements, they've done things.
Yeah,
They said
exactly.
Twitch didn't do anything. We got you. Streamlabs has something up within 48 hours of the first hate rate.
Yeah.
Like they had something in place to say, hey, we're going to protect you guys that are using our services. Twitch has still yet to address it. By the way, let's make that perfectly fucking clear.
That's facts.
Yet to address it. Not a tweet has gone out about hate rates. Let's keep that 100. Like they haven't done jack shit.
Yep.
I just want to make that fucking clear.
And again, it just all contributes to the case of, yo, listen, Twitch is literally telling you every chance they get, we don't care about the rest of y'all. We only care about these people that are making all this X amount of money and bringing in the same crop of people that are watching.
If you're not bringing in money, they don't care about you.
Facts. If you're not XQC, Pokimane, you know what I'm saying, these same list of top creators that you vaguely know or whatever that are circulating that same audience and they're pouring in all that money at the top of Twitch, you don't matter. You don't matter. And unless you are making that type of money, we're not going to even consider y'all for real. Honestly, they don't move swiftly unless it deals with some major money event. You know what I'm saying? Like it's such a losing battle from our end, because it's like, yo, every time we want to go up and like even defend or maybe ask you, yo, can we have some progress on this? You show, like, Twitch shows us every time why
they already show you the L.
They showed you, bro. It's like, yo, listen, you ain't gonna do shit unless you making bans, bro. Unless, you know what I'm saying?
No,
I don't
honestly,
think
bro,
they're not making us swing 48-hour bans. They're not doing that. We'll have to dispute that in court for like 3 years or something. I don't know, but it's just hilarious to me how reductive stuff can get when you get to that level of Twitch, and when you're at that level of Twitch for certain people, you can see how just you get banned for 48 hours. You come back, the cycle repeats itself. You do whatever you want. It's just so stupid to see, and it's discouraging to a lot of us. Honestly, it's very discouraging. Why would you be on a platform that doesn't want to support you, and they support the people that do shit that, you know what I'm saying, they don't rock with you, and then the people that are at the top, they can do whatever they want, and then it shows like, okay, even if I get successful or get close to that steps, I still can't do whatever I want because I'm not at their level. I'm not bringing in millions.
And when it comes to like the top 0.1%, Twitch is like we spoke about it a little bit earlier, but Twitch is not their biggest bag. Twitch is like, when it comes to like top streamers, Twitch is probably 20-25% of their income. They're making their bags on YouTube, endorsements.
That's where the big money's at.
Exactly.
It is.
That's why they're able to say, I'm gonna get this ban for 2 days. They're making money while they're sleeping.
Man, Pokemon was in a movie. Like, what do you mean? Like, there wasn't a whole movie. She don't know about Twitch, bro. He was on every theater whenever, what was that shit called? Free Guy was out? What?
Yeah, something like that. This is a hobby, bro. This is a hobby for him.
Like, at this point now, it is.
Right.
It is.
All they have to do is press a button and they make instant money. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just print money as soon as they go live and say 3 words. You know what I'm saying? At this point for them, it's child's play, because they know they can't be touched. So they're gonna go as far as they possibly can with the bounds of what Twitch will accept, which is damn near anything for them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, does anybody have anything else to say about this topic? Just like, in general, when it comes to like the Twitch meta, how you guys feel about it? Anybody else?
Partnerships does not mean a bag. That's all I gotta say.
Yo, you really try. You trying to hit on the nitty gritty. I was gonna say that to a lot of people. A lot of people don't know that, like, I will actually like the partner, like, and I know this is basically off topic for what we're talking about, but for a lot of people, especially with a partner push, I'll tell people right now, work on your content, especially. Like, I would tell some people even to avoid it. Like, if you are having, I know this sounds like weird. It's like, you think that you are pushing to a direction to get better on this platform. But let me just tell you something, like, it's almost like a plateau for a lot of people. Let me say, I'm one of them. I will be very honest with you. And I will say that when you are doing your push, try to especially just make sure that you are well rounded. I'm talking about
Yes.
because once you get that partner, everybody's just like, oh yeah, you made it.
They
We'll
gonna do
stop
this.
talking with you. They gonna dip. No, it's not. They gonna dip.
I'm just being
Nah,
for real, bro.
Oh
For
my
real.
god.
So I would tell anybody right now, especially like if you are doing any type of push, make sure that you are putting yourself out there from like, people are
Don't even
rocking with you.
say it.
Don't
Don't
even say it.
say it.
Don't say it. But one of the things that I would tell somebody, like if you notice that you are climbing in viewership or whatever it is, if you notice that things are changing, one of the things I would tell you is start working on yourself as a content creator before
Yup.
you work on yourself as a Twitch streamer.
Yup.
Because you want to make sure that these people come back. You want to make sure that they check out your YouTube channels. Because
Mm-hmm.
once you've hit like a plateau, it's just like, all right, cool. But
Yeah.
if you are on a growing basis and you start hitting 70, you start hitting like 80 viewers, those people will rock with you as long as you are telling them like, yo, I have all this content. Like, go check this
Yup.
out. Go check that out.
Spread
And
them out so they can come back in.
so they can
Yeah.
come back in. Yeah, that's a crazy way to
Yeah.
say it, but you're right.
Yeah, I didn't wanna-
You're right. You're right. You're right. I've noticed. I've noticed it. Like I've watched a lot of people's partner pushes, and I've reevaluated my own push and realized that like as a person that was got partnered, I should have had 5,000 like subscribers on YouTube. I should have. Like not even a joke. With all those hours that I did streaming, I promoted not a thing but
Damn,
my
oh
Twitch.
God. I ain't even honestly, I didn't even want to push for partner. Like it just happened. I'm gonna keep it a bug with you. Like I didn't even have the numbers for it. It just I got an email in the mail one day and I was like, not in the mail, but I got an email. I was like, wait, what? Partner? Hell yeah, I'm pressing accept. Like, so it's just like it's not really of course it's it's an accolade, it's something
Yeah,
that's
it
like,
is.
damn,
Yes. You should be
oh,
happy
I
for
did
it.
it. You feel me? You should be. It's
Yeah.
most definitely should be happy for it,
Yeah.
but don't think it's gonna solidify you in this space because it's not.
No.
Like it's not a golden ticket to shit, but it
Bro.
does give you the ability to negotiate different things because you have it.
Because you have it. Yep.
Things people don't. So
Yeah.
it's just how you go about things. Of
It's a
course,
status badge.
I'm not gonna tell nobody what to do, but me personally, I wish I didn't do it. I wish I would have, like niggas said, put all my effort into pushing people towards YouTube, towards TikTok, towards whatever else, and not focus so much on Twitch. Because now you're gonna set yourself back once you do that. Because now you put all your eggs in one basket, Twitch for partner. Now you trying to get them eggs in other baskets. Like, damn,
Other
hold on.
baskets, yeah.
They're
Hold
like,
on.
I'm already here on Twitch. You here? What I need to go there
Yeah,
for? Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
I-
that's real.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say about it.
I know me again. I'm still a pup. I'm still a youth in this whole
Oh,
thing. So I'm like,
shit.
but now,
You
but
only
now-
like that if you think like that, though,
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
you only
You-
like that if you
I
think
think-
like that. He's right.
That's facts. But like in terms of I guess the time put in and where I'm still plotting to go, I still feel like I'm very young. I still have like a lot of ways to go in that sense. But with everything that I've always heard, again with the comments and with just the guidance from from creators like you guys, like Negus and K Dot, and just people I've seen, just diversification is so big. And I've like, I've thought about it before, like, oh yeah, what if I try and like go hard and do partner pushes and do all that stuff on Twitch? And I'm like, yo, if I put myself in as many different places as possible and somehow become so spread in that way where it's like, okay, I'm over here, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing a show that way. I'm doing a video series with this person. I'm doing a collaboration with that person. I got a sponsorship over here. By the time I hit partner, it's already undamn deniable that I'm like, you know what I'm saying? That I got
you
some
deserve
traction.
it. You feel me?
One, I deserve it, and two, I got traction
Yeah.
to you know what I'm saying, to garner me getting this badge. So my mentality going forward has always been, considering all this stuff, and it is, I want to be so well rounded that you see me, you know what I'm saying, I'm shoutcasting tournaments, I'm hosting a podcast, I'm guest
Right.
hosting on shows,
Mhm.
I'm doing
Right.
this, that, and the third with a creator.
And all those
I'm doing my
different
own
things
shit
can
on
get
that.
you that badge. All those different things can literally hand you a badge.
I'm already trying to get sponsorships, you know what I'm saying, before I even think about applying for a partnership or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? I want to
Yeah.
be in that space where I have set up a system and I've set up, a brand so far as to go where I don't even need the badge. You know what I'm saying? I don't even need the badge for that stuff because I want to set up my name beyond the platform.
You don't need
you know what I'm
it,
saying?
bro. I promise
That's
you,
my
I
goal.
don't need it.
That's
Bro.
my, that's just the mentality I want to approach this shit with. Because I'm like, again, I've seen it where, you know, a lot of people push for the partner. It's like, okay, cool. What next? You know, and I'm like, bro, I'm trying to be, I'm trying to be writing whole productions and shows. I'm trying to be, like, I'm saying, hosting whole tournaments. I'm trying to be at the Game Awards. You know what I'm saying, with a blazer and jean jacket and shit. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
real
Like,
talk.
yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Blazer and
Yeah,
jacket?
yes.
But
On top of 2
honestly,
layers on one
y'all,
another.
like,
I'm taking it up
this
a
on
notch,
some
bro.
real fact shit though. Like my badge did not give me talks with Aver Media. It did not give me my EA Creator program.
Nah, I
It did
feel
not
that.
get me in the
Talk,
Discord and talk with Bandai. That was all me.
talk,
The badge
talk,
don't do that. Like if you
talk,
moving in the right direction, you can do that. Like you don't need that badge at all. Like
talk.
we got Negus out here. We got Charles. Everybody got a name for themselves, and it's like we know y'all not because of Twitch, not because of nothing else, but because of you. So it's like
Yeah.
focus on yourself and grow. You feel me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's funny.
not. Go ahead, Win. Go ahead, Win.
And I was gonna say, like, it's funny because it's like one thing that I noticed was like when I first started the whole streaming content creator thing, numbers meant a shit ton to me, and numbers still matter to an extent.
Yeah,
Like,
of
Yeah, to a
course.
extent for sure. Yeah, they always matter. Yeah.
like I did, if you would have told me like last year, like, yo, you're gonna be in a podcast with like 2 partnered creators and people with like 100K followers and shit, like I'm like, bro, I got like 200K followers. Like that's what are you talking about? Like, no, motherfuckers don't, they don't be rocking with me like that. And it got to a point where like I'm kind of in like a little headspace of like I don't even really look at my numbers anymore. I just look at my video views. That's the only metrics I look at because I'm just like, you know what, my voice has reached these people. My content has spoken for itself. I'm
Right.
here to work on who I am because it's shown that even though I don't have all those numbers and views, people, big check marks, still come into my chat and talk to me about shit. People
Yes,
still
bro.
be rocking with my videos. So people still want to talk to me in Discord. Like it's not about like what these numbers or what these like symbols that we give all the status to mean. It's about you at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Right.
And we gotta
Right.
remember these people are still people. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these individuals,
And some of them
just
fucked up people. Go ahead.
no, absolutely, 100%. There are some people who have like made that partner push, but they still like remember where they came from. Like I personally think about K Dot and fucking Negus. Like they have partner badges, but they in here because of who they
I'm
are,
like,
not
y'all real
because of
people.
real
That's
people,
it.
bro.
Yeah.
Real fucking
Real
people, bro.
people.
Bro, and it's
Real
like
talk.
I think a lot of people give uh these god complexes to these partner streamers because they went through the process, they went through the fire and made it, and then now you can't tell them shit because they got the badge. But like I got more concurrent viewers than a lot of fucking partners that I've seen.
Talk your shit.
Speak about it. Like, let's
Popping your
freaking talk
gums
about
right
it.
now, man.
I'm
Whoa.
just saying, like, you can't let the badge dictate the fact that you think you're deserving. You're going to be deserving
Yes.
regardless
Yes.
of the badge or not. If you get rejected for partner, you're more than the fucking badge. Like I've seen tons of people, and like I just want to shout out Bunny. She did not get her partner pushed the first time. What did she do? She didn't give the fuck up. She grinded the fuck out. Now she's partnered. But because like a lot of these partners don't really remember the grind, the struggle that they had to go through to get that badge, and then they let that big head get to them. But y'all got to remember, like, people are still people, badge or not. Like,
Real
just
talk.
worry about your content and don't let nothing else stop you, for real.
Real talk.
Nah, that's 100% it. Like as I said, for anybody that doesn't know, like I'm one of the biggest reasons, like for me, Splatoon community. I did like a whole bunch of work there. Like if you ask, like, yo, who's Nika's Splatoon community? He's like, yo, he's helped out with like tournaments done in in real life person tournaments and had like got like moments to I saw that had like
Somebody follow me, bro.
like Nintendo for like having our tournament work with them and like different things, like just on a whole different aspect of being even able to go to E3 because of like Nintendo and like a group of people that got to go there. Yeah, like
Hey,
these are
look,
things.
I'm trying to be like him.
I'm trying to
No, like
Facts.
like genuinely, like I will tell anybody that is now starting in this like website as somebody that is a single game streamer, build yourself. Like these you only like a lot of people don't realize it with gaming and when it comes to content creation, you don't get many chances. Like you do not get many chances.
No.
And like when you get to like ride the wave of whatever your wave is, it is very
Ride that.
hard. Yet you have to, and it needs to be about you and not about the platform that you're putting it on. Like I'll tell anybody that right now. So yeah,
Nice.
I don't know if anybody has anything else to add to this. I
We gotta,
I'm
think
good.
we gotta save it for the next step. Save it for the next one.
We
Save
gotta
it for the
save it
the
next
for
next
one.
the
pod.
next
Save it.
Yeah, we do
So
gotta say some sauce
we gotta
though.
save
Yeah.
some. No. There's always things to talk about. We're gonna hit on more like just
Yep.
like Twitch topics, content creation topics. I would hope that we can do this at least like once a month. That's
I'm
what
with that.
that's what we're
Yeah.
Yes,
looking
sir.
for.
I'm with
You
it.
may see different people that might come up because there are other people that we've been working with. As I said, I'm just looking in 2022. I am really looking to the same
Oh,
way
we
that
grinding.
the way same way that I see like these women, black women killing it. I'm
Yup.
trying to do the same thing with black men. I'm tired
Amen.
of being alone on this platform. I
Yes,
am
sir.
not going to lie
Honestly,
to
Yes,
you.
sir.
bro.
Yes,
I,
sir.
I, I
I'm
will
about to
tell
drop the
any
podcast link in here too. Go ahead, my bad.
go
I'm
ahead.
Yeah,
sorry.
no doubt.
But I want like the same way that we look at like you look at like Kiwi's group, you look at like say for instance like Story Mode Bay and all of them. I want people to like look at like the black streamers, the black men streamer, and be like, yo, that group over there is a group of people that I would like to be chill with. Like if you've ever watched like Shofu's group, I think is like a great
Yeah.
example of it.
Yes.
Like he has
Cypher
like a
gang.
cipher gang. He has a very close knit group of people that he
Yep.
works with, and like they reach out to other people and they do a lot of things. That's the type of thing I want to be
Yup.
on. So does anybody else like shout out your socials? Anybody has anything else to
Hey,
end off
go follow
with?
the Godcast. You feel me? Make sure
Yes,
y'all go
sir.
check out the YouTube, please, because I'm trying to hit YouTube partner this year.
Yes,
I
sir.
got like
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
1,600 watch time hours that I need. Other than that, man, you can catch me on Twitch, Twitter, everywhere, basically. That's all I really got to say. And just follow all these wonderful people that's in here with us.
Right.
Big facts. Big facts.
Anybody else?
Dang.
Go
Charles,
ahead.
it's your
Yeah.
channel, so
Oh
My
God.
channel?
no, I
Hey,
mean,
go.
we're on
my channel.
We're on
Yo.
Charles and
On your
Tripp's channel.
Yeah.
We're on
Hey,
Charles and
hey,
Tripp's
yo,
I'll
channel.
stream
So
it.
fact.
So shout out to everybody else first. Since I'm streaming, I go last.
I was about to say I dropped the shout outs for all your channels and shit like that. I'm live too, so I'm like,
Oh, you did it.
all right, yeah. Go win, go,
Yeah,
go,
y'all.
go.
My name is One Easy. I stream on Twitch, but you really want to be on the YouTube
Yes, sir.
Otaku channel. I do a bunch of game reviews. I do a bunch of gameplays. Anything about games, and I'm always down to play Apex with people. So follow the YouTube for sure. It's the YouTube. Twitch, if you really don't have any access to YouTube, I guess you can follow me on Twitch too at When Easy. And I'm part of a beautiful podcast called No Cooldown with Trip, where we talk about video game news and all things
Right.
entertainment.
right.
Absolutely. So, for those of y'all that do not know, my name is That Man Trip. I am the owner, proprietor of the Hyperbolic Trip Chamber. Man, y'all go drop a follow on the Twitch. So I can drop it's somewhere in my Twitter. Go search That Man Trip on Twitter. You'll find all my stuff in the link tree. Shout outs to the
Right.
YouTube. Again, shout outs to No Cooldown Podcast. You can just search No Cooldown on Spotify. We got the rights to that damn name now. So you can just search that and you'll find us directly
Yes, sir.
there and on Anchor.
That's
More
what's up,
platforms are
okay.
coming soon. Yeah, man, we doing some big things in 2022, man. We got to get out here, man. And again, follow these fine gentlemen. Watch this space. Shit about to get cooked
Yes,
up, man.
sir.
You already know.
Yes,
You already
Yes,
sir.
know.
sir.
Charles.
All right. Save the best for last. I swear.
Nah, you good.
Talk, sauce, talk.
Hey, you boy Charles the Sauce. You can follow me on Twitch at Charles the Sauce. I'm pretty sure everybody linked me in their respective channels. I'm only on Twitter right now. Well, actually, I'm on TikTok. I'm about to start getting on this YouTube grind. Probably
We
just
gonna make
shorts
sure of
maybe
that.
for now. We're gonna make sure. Bully me, because 2022, we all grinding, we all leveling up, we all eating. All right. So appreciate y'all for coming through for this, man. Like, much love. We next month, y'all catch us next month. We'll all tweet it out. We'll put it in our respective discords. We want everybody in here to grow. We want everybody to eat, everybody to make connections. We are leveling up in 2022. We will
Yeah.
not be left behind in this Twitch space, bro.
That's my slogan for this year. I say about my content, I'm like, yo, don't get left behind, because
Don't get left behind, bro.
don't get left behind. That's all I gotta say.
Not that you put it on Twitter.
Yo, no. Also, I was gonna tell you guys, anybody that's here in both streams, make sure to like, shout the stream out. If you liked what we talked about today, please make sure to like tweet out what you heard.
Yeah.
Please compliment anybody that you said you may have think that had a great idea. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Anybody else?
No, I'm good.
yeah.
Just make sure y'all show love, spread positivity, and keep
Yes,
the energy. That's
sir.
all I care about.
Absolutely.
Facts.
All right,
Facts.
yo.